Professionals.
Yeah, we're here.
Professionals.
Woo-woo.
Dragged in.
Yes.
Kicking and screaming. Kicking and screaming.
Beige gets us all.
Okay, now everybody can hear me. No one heard anything that I just said. That's fantastic.
Perfect. Yes.
That
This is why we have dress rehearsals.
I can't believe I didn't check that. OBS changed my microphone, so it wasn't picking it up. That's fantastic. Let's start over. Welcome to this stream that I already introduced, but I have to do again. I am proud to announce that in this stream we have the debut of the Beige Gang. An idea that perhaps I was not a part of its creation, but I was invited or dragged in.
Kicking and screaming. Kicking and screaming.
To be the DM, which I'm honestly super duper excited for. So without further ado, let's go ahead and have the players of the Beige Gang, the people behind the characters, introduce themselves. And we're going to start with Hamilton, if you'd like to introduce yourself first.
Hi there, I'm Hamilton. You might know me as DM doesn't on Twitter, or I am also the DM of or / host of Dragon's Duel. It's a D&D game show which is weird and wonderful. We just get loads of guests on and we create characters by going through stupid improv and trivia rounds based on the 6 ability scores that you find on a character sheet, scoring points towards stupid characters, one of which is one I'm playing today. That we made on our show, and come and check us out. You can find us wherever you find podcasts. That's me. That's all I do.
Awesome. And up next we have Zoltar.
Yep. I'm Zoltar from Oswarn RPG. You'll know us on Twitter as Oswarn RPG and on Twitch. I'm one of the co-founders of that and a DM there. We stream on Monday and Wednesday nights in our homebrew world of Eridar, and we use a homebrew system as well that me and my co-creator have created from the ground up. So it's a lot of fun.
Awesome, and welcome. Up next, Maka.
Hello, I'm Maka the DM from Check These Out. We stream on a Tuesday, D&D 5e. It is twitch.tv/Check These Out. And I get to be a player tonight and wear my moustache, which is wet from beer.
Awesome, it's a pleasure.
That's my intro. So
Already done.
They're not allowed to introduce their characters yet, so this is how we're rolling for now.
Yeah. Ignore this for now.
Yeah.
This is just me normally.
Ignore the
how I wear.
Soon I'm getting cosplay.
This is my standard attire. It's after 6 o'clock, so I have to get a bow tie on. You know, Jesus
it's
Christ.
finger licking good.
We're not heathens.
I feel awkward wearing like a tie over like a t-shirt, but sure, not even. I'll roll with it.
I'll take it.
All right, Maps and Quest.
Hi, I am Eric from Maps and Quest, aka Mappy McMapface, as many of you know me.
Sorry, should I introduce you that way?
That's fine. It's fine. I make large combat and encounter maps for TTRPGs. You can find them at patreon.com/maps_in_quests. You can also find me on Twitter at @in_quests. And yeah, that's it. That's what I got. I wear a top hat all the time. It's just, it's one of those things I do, much like Hamilton.
Yeah,
of course. And Emil.
Oh, God, yeah. Hello, everyone. My name is Emil. I'm from Germany and part of the WDM podcast, where I and a friend talk about different things that go on in a DM's head. And we just recorded an episode with Marka and Josh from Check These Out, which will air tomorrow at 8 p.m. CET, 2 p.m. EDT, about death.
Oh. Yeah, it was scary. Really spooky.
Yes.
Yeah. Awesome. And last but certainly not least, Beluga.
Hi Hi guys, I'm Beluga from the Role Players Guild. You can find me on Twitch at the Role Players Guild, where we play Pathfinder First Edition and D&D 5e, along with some talk shows that we do. And you can find us on Twitter at the RP Guild 1.
All right. So these are our players that we have for the Beige Gang today. Super excited to get started. But before we do, I just want to take a moment to thank all of you who just followed. Thank you for all of the support. There's a bunch of you. And I also believe I saw Anti-Braze Bear. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but thank you for the Prime subscription. I really appreciate that.
It's good enough from a German standpoint.
I am so bad at reading off Twitch username, so I'm so sorry if I said that. I probably completely butchered it, but I really appreciate the subscription. And now you get a really cool sub badge and an emote and stuff like that. So thank you for the support.
I use the hell out of that emote too every time I watch the stream.
There'll be more soon. I just have not gotten around to making the next one that I've unlocked, but it's coming. But anyway, enough of that. We need to get into tonight's one-shot. So, tonight, to start off, the one-shot will start a little bit cinematic. We begin in a dimly lit library. There is a low fire burning in a hearth, surrounded by bookcases filled with books from floor to ceiling. The sound of pouring rain can be heard from outside, but no windows are visible to see it. Next to this hearth, there's a small table and a great ornate chair. Sitting in it is a man dressed in velvety blue robes. On his chest, crested and embroidered in gold, there is a diamond with the letter C in it. And he wears a mask that completely conceals his face, made of plain wood. Burned into this mask are two V's on sort of either end toward the bottom half, resembling pointed teeth. And other than that, the mask is completely featureless, other than the natural grain of the wood. He holds in his hands an open leather tome, slowly and meticulously turning through the pages, reading through the script, before closing the book and setting it down on the table beside him and standing up. And he says, seemingly out loud to himself, "What do we have for today?" From the bookcases in front of him, pages, slips of paper from the books, begin to slip out from between them and into the air. They glow with this bright yellow light, and slowly float around the room, dancing through the air, before coming to a rest still floating in the air still in front of him, in a row. 6 pages. One by one, the pages begin to grow brighter, taking forms, humanoid shapes. The first shape, as the light glows, takes form and begins to dim, we see features form, articles of clothing. A face begins to reveal itself. This face is Stephen, if you would like to introduce yourself.
Oh, hello. I'm Stephen Rochester Jr. III. I'm a very important man. I'm finally attired in a dinner suit, as I always am. I'm an aged man. I am in my late 60s. I am well retired and I'm clearly well off.
As our second character begins to take form, and the features begin to appear piercing through the dimming light. This one is Cyrus, if you'd like to introduce yourself.
All right, my name's Cyrus Brooks, veteran, scout leader now. I sit around, go hunting with my dog.
Alright. And our third character, as they begin to form this one, is Admiral Tarquin.
By Jingo, where am I? I'm Admiral Tarquin von Douche of the Von Douche family. Who are these people? Where am I? Where's my boat, the gluten-free?
You have a yacht, do you? Fantastic.
Of
so do
course.
I. Yeah.
Many yachts. It's like I always say, to yacht or not to yacht?
Is that like
yacht.
a big
That is the
riverboat?
question.
It's big enough to catch nothing.
What's the point then?
Oh, it's better than being on dry land.
Okay.
And our fourth character coming to form, this one will be the mysterious Infestio.
Hello there. You see, the world's filled with magic, and I perform it for you on the stage. My name's Michael Walterman, but you better know me by my stage name, the Mysterious Mephisto.
In our fifth coming to form, this one will be Max.
Simon, hit harder! Where am I? I am Max Mustermann, the baseball coach of the suburban kids league team.
And finally, as our final character comes to form, this one is Karen.
Well, I'm Karen Crawford. I am a PTO mom, and I also love to play tennis at the country club.
Wonder, yeah.
I'm not surprised.
He does seem like a tennis player. How's your backhand?
It's fantastic form, fantastic.
Thank you.
We must
thank
play
you.
sometime.
I've been practicing.
Alright, so the six of you now come to form as the sort of light from your body begins to fade as you've completely materialized in this library. The masked man before you, just sort of, you can't see his face, but you can tell from him turning your head, just kind of scans the six of you, and quietly picks his book back up and sits back in his chair and opens it again, looking through his book, and then looking up at you, and then looking down in his book again. And once again, pages begin to flutter out from between the books and the bookcases into the room, many more than before. And with much more vigor as they begin to spin around through some unseen and unfelt whirlwind, eventually completely obscuring your view, and then disintegrating. And when they disappear, you find yourself somewhere completely different. This time, you're sitting at desk in a small, dimly lit room. There's a single torch sort of on the right wall, and then you can see a door on the left, and then a large sort of canvas stretched out over like a wooden board at the front. And sort of as soon as you take in these surroundings, the door opens, and in walks this large, it's a Goliath man. With
Gosh.
he's wearing a flat cap and has these yellow tinted goggles that are currently up on his forehead. And he walks in and greets you and with a hello, welcome. I'm glad you could join me. I hope that you're ready for quite the adventure tonight.
Where exactly are we, and what
Yeah.
time will we be getting home? I have to make my son's soccer game today. I'm supposed to be handing out the snacks.
Handed out the what?
I'm
There's a
supposed to
bald
be-
Sasquatch in front of you, and that's all you got to say?
He is a big boy, isn't he?
Yeah, here's the Goliath.
And I will take him down if he makes me late.
I was happy in the last room. I had a nice fire. I liked that guy's jacket. I was thinking of asking him where it was from. Do you know where he got that jacket from? That smoking jacket? It looked very dapper.
Primark.
I'm sorry, not really sure who you're talking about. There's only myself and one other and you folk on board this vessel, so I don't remember a man in a jacket.
Wait, you haven't seen my dog? You haven't seen Garth? Garth! Garth!
Is that what's been humping my leg this whole time?
God!
Thought I was having like.
No, Tarkin.
static
Tarkin.
shock.
Tarkin, that was me owl humping your leg over there.
Oh, I felt like a dog. Haven't had an owl hump my leg for many years.
The owl's
Oh,
gonna
no,
fly
no,
over and just gonna
behave
land
there.
on my shoulder.
As the dog stops humping your leg, this big old hound dog comes over and sits next to me.
Well, I don't mean to interrupt, but we're going to arrive soon, so we need to go over your mission. You are.
What vessel are we on? Where are we going?
What?
What is all this about?
I don't
having
quite
a-
understand you there. Like, mission.
Yeah.
Why? I'm supposed to be performing on stage a magic show in an hour.
I'm training the kids right now. The kids are now trainerless.
Yes, exactly.
Well, my.
I had a speech to make at the country club this evening. I was all prepared.
It sounds like a lot of you have double booked yourselves.
No, I'm
But
free.
Adapt and overcome, okay?
Listen,
I
I have
always
my
overcome.
calendar right here, and I have nothing about being on a boat today or meeting with some hulky man. So.
Oh, you're not on a boat.
Oh,
Oh.
well,
It's like a boat. You said it was a boat.
Where are we then?
why am I
We're gonna
seasick?
get technical about it. You said it was a vessel. You said it was a vessel.
You did
It's
say
not
vessel,
necessarily a boat.
yes.
Maybe we're inside a blood vessel and we're tiny, teeny, small.
Not quite. You are aboard, and he sort of looks proud as he's explaining this. An invention of my own. I call it the under aquatic carriage, or UAC for short.
UAC.
Oh, ein gutes Diesel-U-Boot.
It's a U-boat.
So it's a sinking
Das
boat.
Boot.
Wonderful.
Right, I don't mean to pick too many nits here, but aren't boats supposed to be on top of the water, not underneath?
He's right, you know.
Admiral,
Oh.
can you clarify that for me?
I can clarify, yes, normally boats are on water.
But those are seen boats.
That's a lot of big words, and I didn't know what any of them mean.
Water, it's that wet thing.
If you can keep your boat
I meant
under
the
the
other
surface, then no one will know you're coming.
Good.
Right,
Okay,
so
so
we're
clever.
surrounded by... What body of water exactly are we surrounded by?
Why, the ocean, of course. Well, we're headed for the Logan Atoll.
So, how far under the water are we exactly right now?
Oh,
Yes.
not
Some.
far. Like maybe 100 feet. It would be enough where you could swim to the surface, given you could hold your breath for a moment.
Looks at Constitution score.
Yeah, I did the exact same thing.
But that
I
won't be
didn't think-
necessary. I promise that we won't be sinking, and we're going to be emerging once we get there. Which is why I need to go over your mission, because we are going to arrive any moment now. And he sort of yells through the through like the door, and he's like, "Isn't that right, Hova?" And then you hear like a small like shrill voice respond, "Yes, that is right."
Oh,
Who is this cabin boy?
yeah. One. I can't do his voice now. I've lost the voice.
There's
How do I
another
do an
seaman on the
English
ship.
accent again.
There's at least 2 seamen on this ship.
That means the other one's probably driving the boat.
Anyway, since the lot of you seem to be thoroughly lost and confused, don't know what happened to the past few hours, but let me introduce myself. I'm Kramen, and out there is my partner, Horver. We are Horver, yes.
Mm.
And then and you just give that shrill voice again. Pleasure to meet you. Even though he's like not there and you can't see him. We're members of a sort of special team from Ibrith known as the Mages. And we sort of specialize in, getting powerful artifacts that could possibly be in the wrong hands. And that's why we've hired the 6 of you is to help us with... We sort of we're not the greatest when it comes to what should you call it? Like incognito type missions. But I'm sure wherever we found you, you're the perfect group for a mission such as this. So it's very simple what we need to do. Near the atoll, once we arrive, there will be a ship. Probably, we expect there will be a ship there. Known as the Enchantress, which is Lord Thaprix's ship. He's from the Louisville Dynasty, but the details aren't important. Anyway, what we need you to do is to go onto his ship and find a powerful magical artifact that we don't know what it is, but we know he has one, and it could be dangerous, and bring it back without being caught.
If I may interject on this. So, you are unsure if the boat is even going to be there. You don't know what this magic item is or what it can do. Did you ever think to plan ahead?
He looks a little sheepish.
Strategy is everything.
No, where we have,
Plus a crate.
However, can you bring the thing? Just a moment. And, you see, after a moment of waiting, this gnomish person, he comes in, he has like short red hair, looks to be a little bit older, and his face has like wrinkles and it sort of looks like it was like squished to fit onto his small head.
My god, the barnacles are turned up on the ship.
Anyway, he's holding this small like metal like handheld device of sorts that has like these like twirling wires sticking out of the top of it.
I have one of those.
It's not a phone.
That's not what I
Is
use.
it a bottle opener?
Not quite. And he hands it to the Goliath to Crumb and before quickly returning back to whatever he was doing before. And you just hear Crumb yell after him, "Thank you, Hover! Now to answer your question, Miss, I don't think I got your name.
Karen Crawford.
Miss Crawford, this device right here is the modified invention of Corvus. He's very crafty, but, well, normally it can identify the properties of magical items, but for powerful artifacts like that, it gets a little bit more complicated. So we've modified this one. Instead of just telling you the properties of something, it can help you discern its location.
Yeah, I would like that. I would like to have that.
Sure.
How much do you want for it?
So, if I may interject, I'll take
got a
that. I
checkbook.
believe I'm the only one who does magic professionally.
Well, it doesn't really matter who takes it, but I'm going to lend it to you. But we only have the one, so please don't damage it. Horver would be unsatisfied if that were the case. So I'll just leave it, and he goes and like sets it on like one of your desks, and it's like I'll just leave it here for whoever wants it.
I can always keep it in my purse of holding until you guys need it, and I can pull it out. That way, it's nice and safe.
As a collector
That's a
myself,
brilliant idea, actually, Karen.
Cool.
Do you have a large purse there? I do notice that.
Oh yes. And
Do you have any
those...
snacks in there? Maybe some gum.
Oh yes, I think I have some. Here's some animal crackers and a
thank you.
juice
Thank
box.
I'm gonna try and take the thing whilst they're doing this conversation.
Does anyone need a drink?
I would like one, ma'am.
I pull out a thermos and pour out a cup of vodka.
Perfect. Yeah.
Like, yes, thank you, ma'am.
Sorry, always have to be prepared for the soccer games. They get a little dull.
And then, Miss Crawford, to answer your other question, we're fairly certain that Lord Sapphrix will be present at the atoll because, he's very lavish and loves to throw parties upon the Enchantress. And the atoll is a popular sort of resort area for the wealthy and well-to-do. So, from the intel we've gathered, he should be here tonight. I would put my name on the line that he will be there. If that makes you more comfortable about it.
Don't worry, we'll find him. I'll track him down.
So anyway, being as he will be throwing a, I'm sure, very extravagant and lavish party, well, should you be in interest of it, we have some extra articles of clothing, should you want sort of a various kinds of like disguises or party gowns. Sort of he says this like slowing down, looking around at like what you guys are already wearing.
I think you'll find I'm very much well attired for a party. I was going there myself later anyway, so.
I mean, I wouldn't mind getting dressed up.
Right. I along with Steven there, I think my stage ensemble here will do nicely for a fancy.
The Irish gentleman's very well attired as well. I like him. And the Admiral is clearly a man of distinction.
I'm going to fit right in wherever we go.
Unless we're in the desert.
Yeah, that might be a problem.
Well,
Sand ship. It's the sand ship.
if you're interested, we have some stuff in the back if you want it. And he sort of like gestures, and you can see on the other side of the room there's like a dresser with like some like hats and various other articles of clothing sort of like hung up and displayed and like packed away. So if there's anything that you want.
Well, if we're going to a party, I must dress the part, and I walk right over to the closet.
Okay.
Are there any arseless chaps?
You know,
I don't know if it's that kind of party.
I don't want them for the party. I want them for later.
I think you've got a very fine ass yourself, sir. I don't think you've got a very well-rounded one. I think all of us do, to be honest.
I might take a suit. Do you have anything in camo?
I think you.
I'll also take bright orange.
I would think you might want to blend in a little bit more. They're colorful, but not that colorful.
Okay.
Have you ever thought of beige? A nice beige suit.
I'm sure you could find something like that in there.
Beige is a good color.
I can change my outfit if you
I'll try
want.
one.
And now it's time for all of us to get into a wardrobe change.
Montage.
Wait, I have a different hat.
Amazing.
I have different hair.
Have different hair for every occasion.
Ooh, yes.
Okay, so the premise I had for this is if there were any articles of clothing you wanted, I would probably let you find it, except for assless chaps. Unfortunately, there are no assless chaps in this wardrobe.
I feel attacked. Personally.
I mean, maybe if you look really hard, make an investigation check if you want to.
Oh, you're damn right I'm doing that. Oh no, I don't have my dice. I'll have to. Oh no, we lost someone.
No.
Who did we
Matthew.
lose?
Oh no!
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 I'm across
We need the magician!
Maybe he just did a disappearing act on himself.
Yeah.
Must be it. He
I
used the
am
wrong
the
wand.
camo tux. The chat has demanded it.
What chat has demanded what? Camo talk?
Assless.
Yes.
And assless chaps. Yeah.
Maybe they just have the arse bit. That's fine by me.
Sorry about what's happening on screen right now. Zoom doesn't do well when people leave, so it'll fix itself once they rejoin.
Right, I'm just moving between the streams.
Sorry, I'll just like lean over onto like the one side of my camera
two
so
of
you guys
me.
might be able to see me. I actually don't know which side of the camera it is.
You're on the
There
right
we
side.
Oh, Karen's.
Everyone's like in the wrong spot. And...
So whilst they're doing that, I'll just go to the guy. Well, I can change my attire at
cool.
will. I have a very special suit, and I'll change color. I can change it so it's like multicolored, or it's camouflage, or it's like super vibrant. So it kind of changes into different things, and he can tell me which one do you prefer. Is which was I all right before, or would you know?
I got a 19 by the way on my assless chap search.
You get it 19?
Yes.
And with the chat demanding it too.
Yes, chat says assless chaps or
They
we
want that
riot.
shit. Wanted.
Very well. You do find a pair of leather assless chaps deep
Good.
within the recesses of one of the drawers.
This is my kind of boat. The love boat.
got a 19 to find a camo tuxedo.
The camo tuxedo is yours. It was hard to find because it was a bit camouflaged in the clothing, but
I just turn to where Cyrus should be, and I just see his hat and go, "Where the hell are you?"
wait, who was it that we lost?
Mappy.
Okay, hopefully he'll be back soon.
Mephisto.
He should be back.
Okay, cool.
I'm going to look for a dress that matches the dice I'm using for today. So it is a deep, deep midnight blue with sparkles.
Okay, yeah, you can absolutely find a dress like that.
I don't know if anyone can use my dice.
I will be looking for the most simple black suit, basically like a secret agent, coming back to the good old days of being a CIA agent.
Agent man.
Exactly.
Don't worry, everyone in the chat, don't worry, I let him have the Atlas chat. Assless chats.
Assless.
Assless
Assless chap.
Moisturized.
Chapless asses, or we moisturize.
It has been permitted.
I do hope you have moisturized before you get them out, to be honest.
They are salty. My salty cheeks. They are dry.
But I won't take off my sunglasses of night vision, and I will somewhere have the khaki shorts of useful things. Just a stick.
It's just a bottle top with no way to open.
Yes.
Don't underestimate the versatility of a stick.
True.
Can detect gravity.
If we ever need it, I can do this. If we ever need it, I can do this, and I'll turn invisible for a second. So I'll activate my cloak.
Just 1 second.
Just 1 second, I'll just like disappear.
In that case, I blink at the exact same time you disappear, so nothing happens, and I'm like, what?
You blink for an entire second.
Yeah, I do that long blink where I'm like, yes.
So when are you turning invisible?
I go, and I'm back. Like that. There you go.
Wow, I'm sure that'll be very useful.
Oh, fantastic.
While he's doing that, I want to pull out something random from the khaki shorts of useful things.
Okay.
That would be a D100. Do I roll or you?
I remember looking at it before. I'll let you roll.
Okay.
You can roll for it.
Such a generous DM.
It's...
I try to be. When I
When
feel like it.
So I'm gonna pull out 4 potions of healing.
Oh wow, okay. That'll be very useful, I'm sure.
Awesome. Are those potions of hurt less?
Yes, I think so.
Good. Boo-boo less.
Like they're just this ice spray you use in sports. Just apply it to the wound.
And before we arrive, just a word of warning. We don't really know much about Lord Sapphirex himself, but I worry he may be a rather dangerous man. Many of our Brithian agents, well, out to do some espionage in his manner, has never returned, and we never heard from him again. So I think it would be in your best interest to avoid the man if you can.
Sounds like a good challenge.
You know how we could avoid him is if we had a schedule of his, an exact timetable of what he was planning to do all day today.
I'm afraid the wealthy nobles from the Louisville dynasty aren't quite so punctual. He's very much a free living man. Yeah.
Okay.
Alright.
This is my kind of guy.
And then...
I think any moment now, Mephisto might magically
Okay!
appear.
It's fixed again.
I'm back in my window.
Perfect.
His hat's disappeared.
You just don't understand the magics of the world yet.
Is it possible to make some sort of history check on this this chap, this Lord? I don't know if we'd know anything.
Lord Sapphirex? Sure, go for it. You can roll a history check. See if you know anything about him.
Let me see. Let me have a look. I'm quite intelligent. Here we go. It's an 8 plus history plus 8, 16. A total of 16.
16? Okay. So, as he had already told you, Lord Sapphrix is a noble in the Voiville dynasty. And just like as a note of interest, because you noticed that Kramen mentioned that he was from Ibrith and that you were going somewhere, or you were going to the Lorgan Atoll, which is right off the coast of the dynasty. And these two places, Ibrith and the dynasty, are on like opposite ends of the world. Like they are really far from each other. So Kramen and Horver and have gone very far to attempt to like snag this artifact from a noble in a nation on the other side of the world. And it, as far as like Sapphrix, you would have heard like a couple things. He lives in sort of this like large manor away from any major cities or anything like that. And is very like secluded and keeps to himself, except when he goes out to throw these sort of huge, like lavish parties with other wealthy members of the dynasty society. So going to the party, you'll probably expect to see a lot of other people of high nobility or wealthy merchants or just other high class citizens. Just because he'll like disappear for a month and then suddenly reappear and throw these huge, expensive lavish parties, and then disappear again for like another 2 months. A very quaint person.
Can I just clarify something?
Mm-hmm.
So we've travelled halfway across the world, or actually from one end to the other, you said, in order to find an artifact you don't know like anything about, from a man who appears once a month.
Yes.
I think that's a foolproof plan. I'm on board. No, I mean I'm actually on board.
Mm-hmm.
I'll also do the quest. Now we're going to stand here with cold ass cheeks, or are we going to do this thing?
I actually think we're about to arrive, and I have one more thing for you, just to help you get onto the ship. And he holds out a grappling hook to whoever think it best suits.
Well, I'll take that.
All right. So it's just a basic grappling hook with 50 feet of hempen rope.
Well, if you need me to hold on to that for you for now, I can. I have plenty of room.
All right, that'll work.
Can you take my old trousers?
You can.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Perfect. I hand over a pair of really just
I begin to fold them.
take like an iron out of your purse and.
I don't want them to get wrinkled.
Yeah.
That would be terrible. Who would want to walk around with the wrinkled trousers?
Heathens, as I said earlier.
You hear the gnome Corver from the other room. We're about to arrive, Kramen. You might want to get them ready. Yes. So, are the 6 of you ready? Is there anything else that you feel you might need for this mission?
In case we get into any kind of confrontation, do you have anything that we might use to defend ourselves?
Is there anything in particular that you're requesting?
Peasants to push in front of us. Common folk.
And if you're really that worried about it, I can do a fair bit of damage with magic. Just stand behind me.
I did take fencing lessons growing up, and archery lessons.
Well,
we start with our items. That's why I asked that.
Oh yeah, you do have your equipment with you.
Okay, then never mind.
Okay, but if there are some, we probably have a few simple weapons I can scramble up if there's anything in particular you need.
No, I'm good then.
Okay.
I didn't know if we started off with that.
Yes.
I imagine, Admiral, you're a fine swordsman, I imagine, with your background.
You imagine correctly, good sir. And I just go whooshing and pull out this. It's a rapier, apparently. Where the hell's my admiral's sword? I just have this pointy thing.
Oh, same. I have the same. Match.
I pull mine out as well.
Yeah, we could have some fencing.
There really is everything inside that bag.
my rapier here as well as my hand crossbow.
Oh yes, I have my short bow as well. Like I said, I did have archery lessons.
I pull out a baseball bat.
Little
Little bit more
daggers.
blunt, but perfect.
My most potent weapon, of course, is my sex appeal.
With those trousers on, we will. Yes, charisma
You,
doubled.
you just wait. Vicious mockery while I slap my ass cheeks.
Wow. You feel the vessel that you're in, the UAC. You feel it. The room begins to turn to one side as it seems that the vessel you're in begins to ascend.
That means go up for you idiots that don't know.
Are we on the correct timetable for this mission?
He reaches into a pocket and he's like, "Oh, actually, that reminds me. Here I have a simple timekeeping device because obviously you need to be quick about what you're doing.
Oh yes, I need that. I need to see how much time we need until I have to get to the soccer game. And I believe Mephisto also has to get to his magic show. So
the device
Let's
that
make
he
this
gave
quick.
you, it's just a simple like needle that has like a centerpiece in the middle with one notch at the top, and that's it.
am I able to decipher? I feel like I'd be able to read an.
Well, it's currently the needle is just lined up with a notch right now, and it's not currently moving.
Is this thing working?
It's not turned on, and he goes and like clicks the side of it, and then it begins to very slowly inch its way across. So it'll take an hour for the needle to make a rotation, and you will have 2 hours once you get onto the boat. Once we let you off, we're going to resubmerge and then return in 2 hours' time. If you're not back by then, well, just be back by then.
Hey.
Can we get this done like within the hour? Because really, we don't want to be late.
Yes, I also have friends and family that care about me deeply.
Right, of course you do.
I have to hand out these snacks to the soccer team. I don't want them to get hungry while they're playing.
Or sober, apparently.
If
Oh no, that's for me and the other soccer moms.
if you
Come on,
think
kids, drink up.
Right, so when we surface, how close are we going to be to that boat we need to get onto?
we should be right next to it,
Right.
but we'll have to be fast because we don't want anyone to notice.
Oh right. So we need to. They're not going to expect us to be.
That is the plan. Yeah.
So we
Yes.
need to climb onto the boat.
Yes.
Quickly, unseen,
And then blend in with the party. It
It's
shouldn't
like
be
we're
too
all
hard.
rogues.
easy peasy.
Yeah, the surprise element of this whole plan really is lost on you guys, isn't it?
Sorry, I was.
It'll be fine.
Yeah, if we do this in an hour, I can even be there before training ends. Perfect.
Unless somehow you've acquired invitations, but I imagine they would not be accepting guests after the ship had departed. So it
Speaking
might be
of
a little
which,
bit late for that.
I have a thing called panache.
I can get myself into most rooms.
Sorry, I meant a rash.
If you get me an invitation, I can forge it.
That's true.
We don't have an invitation. But you shouldn't need it, right?
Yeah, but if I want at the party, I can still forge it.
Oh, if you feel the need to, of course. So about the hour, if you wanted, we could return in an hour instead of 2, but we only want to reappear once to reduce the risk of being caught. So if you think you can do it in an hour, we would be happy to return that quickly instead of in 2. But
Actually
I'll leave it up
have,
to you, Miss Crawford.
I have a fold-out boat, so even if we are boatless, we are never boatless.
Fantastic.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna fly up. I'm gonna fly up off the ground for a second and just kind of hover there. And I can always just float over the water for quite some period of time.
Suddenly,
And
or while you're still in the air, the vessel suddenly breaches water and stops ascending, and so as you're floating there, you just suddenly boom and hit your head on like the ceiling of the room as like it loses its momentum.
Jumping in an elevator.
Right, that's a little painful there, but nothing that won't heal.
Should have been wearing your top hat still.
Take a look at that.
But a little bit
And
of
risk damaging a perfectly good top hat. What is wrong with you?
I must admit, I feel sick for saying that. What has come over me
Mhm.
with assless chaps?
Well, we're here, so if you don't mind making a quick decision, will it be 1 hour or 2?
1 hour, preferably.
Oh wow.
1 hour.
All right,
We can
then,
do it.
you have
I'm
1 hour.
fast.
If you
It's not a question if we can. We
follow me.
have to.
Yeah, we can do it.
Okay.
In, out, really fast.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Yes.
So he leads you out of the room, and you enter sort of the room that you enter. It sort of enters, and there's like walls on either side, and it curves up with like the shape of this vessel. And then the front is this giant, like sort of crystal clear glass, and you can see that in the front, some in the submerged part at least. And it's kind of hard to see because it's currently night outside. It's dark, but you can see just like the hints of like you can see like lines of like rope going out in front, and then you can see like the hints of like curved tails that come into like a spiral shape in the back. It just seems to be whatever is pulling the vessel that you're in. And then yeah, there is on the side there's a ladder that goes up to a hatch in the top, which is where Cromlin is leading you to.
Okay.
So
Who's going first?
after you.
Well, Admiral, I think you seem the the most authoritarian. You should take the lead, maybe.
Yes, I mean, it would make the most sense if an admiral was to appear from a seaborne vessel.
Also, I think it's hilarious that you have to go up the ladder first.
Yes, if anyone's head is to be blown off, it might as well be mine.
Also, the view will be interesting.
Yeah, I just kind of like.
Perfect. If I will clap once for safe.
Where? Where will you clap?
My ass cheeks.
Admiral, if I might make a suggestion, and
Yes.
the owl lands on my shoulder again, I can have the owl scout around up there a little bit and make sure it's all clear for us to come up.
Well,
I
wait,
am also
mean,
very observant.
What rank is your owl? Does it outrank me?
Yes.
Then absolutely, and I salute the owl.
Should I make a deception check on that?
Yes.
I mean, I think that would be fair. Go ahead and make a deception check. And Admiral Tarquin, if you'd like to make an insight check to contest
Damn right I would. Although I did just immediately believe him. So
that.
that's a 5.
With my modifier, that's a 14.
Okay, so yeah, you definitely believe that this owl outranks you.
Ow.
I have an insight of -4, so I believe it as well.
Incredible.
I know he's joking, but I'm not going to say anything.
Mighty fine owl.
All right, so I'm gonna then kind of climb up the ladder towards the top, have the owl scout out, and use my action, just kind of right below to see through the owl's senses, and see if it actually looks like it's all clear where we came up to go up on the boat at that point.
All right, so as you release your owl out of the like submersible thing that you are in, as it comes, is it like flying out, or do you just want it to like stand on top?
Fly out and kind of up, because as long as it's within, I think the rules in Familiar is as long as it's within 30 feet of me, and the owl has dark vision out to like some crazy 120-foot range.
Okay. So you have it fly up. You do see you are right next to this large ship, and from as the owl is flying upwards, you can see bright and colorful light sort of glowing off of the edge, as like the deck is much higher than the sort of low-sitting surface of the submersible that you are in now. So it looks like it would be relatively safe to exit without anyone seeing you, as long as no one is like actively looking over the edge. And then taking a bit to look at the ship itself, it's a pretty large ship. But once you get up enough to see the deck itself is very flat, from front to back, with a bit of a curve where it comes up at like the bow and the stern. There's no like captain's quarters or any sort of raised platform in the back, and on like you can see on like the rigging, and the sails are currently up and the ship is mostly stationary. But on like the rigging and the sails and just floating around, there are these little blips of purple, green, blue, and orange light that are just coloring the area. You can also see there are a number, through the like crowds of well-dressed and well-to-do people, there are a number of tiki torches that have this rainbow-colored flame in it that lets off a bright and colorful light. Can you make a perception check for your owl?
Yep, give me a second so I can pull up its perception.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it has a +3. That's going to be not the best roll in the world. That's going to be a 12 with the modifier on the owl.
A 12? Okay. And the one other thing you do notice is there are sort of in like these like black suits, what appear to be like butlers and maids going around serving various different like dishes and snacks and like wines and fine liquors and things like that. And you just like notice a glance that some of them are like coming up and down a staircase sort of towards the center of the ship that seems to lead below deck. And that's all you get.
Okay, cool. So I will dismiss the owl to a pocket dimension, so it can just kind of hang out there.
Be gone.
And I'm going to communicate everything that the owl saw to the team below. I'm going to suggest to minimize noise. I just kind of fly up and hook the grappling hook over the rail of the boat.
Okay.
I could
and then everyone else can climb up.
Can you make a stealth check?
I was gonna say, oh yeah.
And what were you gonna say?
I could go invisible for like 2 hours. So the whole of this time I can be invisible if you want me to go up and hook it on. That was all. It's just
It's up to you guys how you want to do it.
If you think you can climb the side of the boat invisible with the grappling hook, go for it.
Oh wait, actually no, I can't. My strength is awful. These guns aren't anything to write home about, to be honest.
So I just kind of I'm going to squeeze his arms real quick. So, what exactly did you say you do besides hang out at the country club?
Play golf. I play a bit of golf, but no, I'm more dexterous than I am athletic, if you know what I mean. I'm like that.
Whoa! My God, he's got some moves.
I'm Kobe. I'm not Yeet. Yeah.
Didn't even say that right. You go ahead. Come on, fly up there.
Yeah. You fly.
All right. So I'm going to take the grappling hook, fly up. You want me to make a stealth check, you said?
Yes.
Thank God I have a decent modifier there. With my +10 modifier, that makes it a 15.
Oh, okay. All right.
It would only be slightly noisy with you going like, oh.
Okay.
Marvelous Mephisto is now flying.
And so you said you're floating up, and then you're just gonna hook it and then come back down.
Yep.
Okay. So yeah.
Just try and minimize noise from the hook getting on the railing.
You do it fairly quietly, just sort of like making sure that you put it like over your head so you don't peek up over for anyone to see you, and then slowly float back down completely silently. As far as you can tell, no one's noticed.
God, I hate it when DMs word things like that. 'Cause I do that too.
Everyone does that.
Well, you didn't actually look to see, so I'm
that's
assuming
true.
you wouldn't have.
I'm sure
No,
those
I would've
guns
kept myself
pointing at
hidden.
us now
Yeah.
are just a coincidence.
Suddenly 20 people look over the retinons. The entire ship lists as the entire party looks over the edge of the
Good, capsize it, yes.
And I'm just going to cast Flaming Sphere and roll it along the edge.
Oh my god!
Not really. No, that was out of character. Right, so I didn't get a good look, but it seems like all's clear up there. I don't think anyone noticed.
Would you like me to take a look? I'm very observant. Rarely
you know-
ever miss a detail.
I was thinking that might be one of your characteristics. You seem like the kind who picks up on everything.
It is really my strong suit.
Feel free, milady. Go ahead.
Do I need to climb up there in order to see?
Yeah, to see over the railing, you'd have to climb up the rope that's hanging off
Okay.
the grappling hook.
So I'll do that.
Okay.
Do I need to make?
No,
Okay.
yeah, you're able to with the rope. It's fairly easy to just scale up the side of the ship, so you're able to get it without any
Okay.
issue.
All right. So you want me to make a perception check?
Are you peeking over the railing?
Yes.
Okay, make a stealth check first, and then a perception
Okay.
check.
My perception check is a lot better. Oh, that's not bad though. 22 stealth.
Okay.
And my perception check is only a 15, even though my passive perception is a 27.
What the fuck? You can see into the fabric of time.
That's Karen.
See everything.
That's not 15 is still not bad. Yeah, looking about you see a lot of what I described before with the lights. It's a very brightly lit party. There's a lot of people, all very well and lavishly dressed. Dressed in like bright, yeah, all dressed in very like bright attire. You see a lot of people seem to have various like exotic or like tropical looking flowers adorned either on like wreaths or pinned into their clothes or maybe in their hair. Seems to be some sort of like theme for the party. And like you also notice the various people who are like simply but well dressed that are serving out drinks and snacks and things like that. Taking a closer look at where they seem to be coming from, around the stairs that lead below deck, there is like a simple roped off railing around it, and you see this. There's this burly looking half orcish man who is also dressed like similarly to the butlers, but he just seems to be at the staircase, sort of standing watch and like unclipping the rope to let the workers in and out, and just seems to be like acting as like a bouncer, just making sure that like this is the staff only area, that the guests don't wander below deck.
All right. So I'm gonna climb back down.
Okay.
And I turn to the Goliath fellow and be like, do you have any exotic flowers?
Fancy.
I'm sorry. Why do you need a flower? I don't think we have any flowers.
Because everyone on the ship is wearing exotic flowers, and if we do not want to stand out, then we need exotic flowers.
Oh.
Also, there is a half-orc who is guarding the stairs going down and letting people in and out.
Well, I mean, that's what we've hired you for. I'm sure that you can figure out some way to get in.
I can change my attire to have, and then I just change it, and I can have accessories and color and style. So I change it so it's got flowers like all over it. It's like a flowery jacket. All the
Okay.
way down.
While I was
I just rip one off.
I don't know if you could. It's illusory, so you just go through. And it's just it's not there.
while I was on deck, did I see like a potted plant that had exotic flowers on it?
Actually, yeah, there were a number of plants around that had all of the different brightly colored flowers in it. So you could probably just get onto deck and it probably discreetly pluck them and add them to your attire.
Was there any right next to me when I climbed up? Like, was I like next to any plants when I climbed up?
Not close enough that you'd be able to reach
Okay.
any. Yeah.
All right. One of you more stealthy men, maybe one of you who can go invisible, maybe it would help to go up and sneak us some flowers
I can do that.
beforehand so that we can blend in.
Yeah, I can go and collect as many flowers as you like. Yes, I'll do that. Yeah.
Oh, and I realized I completely forgot to mention there's a band as well playing music.
Oh.
Oh.
Just something you would have noticed.
I'm
Yeah.
so glad you said that. I've got such a good plan.
Bust down the old harmonica.
Okay, get me some pink flowers.
Okay. Yes, I'll get a selection of colors and you can choose. So I'll climb up the rope.
Okay.
in some knife.
Well, for a second there, I thought that's acting.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
And I'll go invisible. I'll put the cloak of invisibility on.
Okay.
And I will head on over and find as many flowers as I can find.
Okay. Can you make a stealth check with advantage for your cloak?
Yes. And I have plus 12.
Nice.
I really think I messed up making this character because
That was a natural 1. So
Oh.
that was on 1. That was it. I got advantage.
Yeah, you do have advantage. It's a good thing you had that cloak.
Oh boy.
That's a 14 to make 26.
Okay, then
Oh,
yeah.
there we go.
If you didn't have the cloak on, you're just sort of like crouching around, and like everybody would be able to see you. But because you're invisible, no one notices. Like you're silent, but you would be very obvious without the cloak.
Yeah.
So the cloak did manage to save you. And you're very easily able to find just a few feet away from maybe like 10 feet away from where you had come onto the deck of the ship. So a sort of big array of like bouquets of flowers of like every color and make.
All right, so I'll take a 2 or 3 for each person.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. You pluck them off. No one really seems to notice, and there's just sort of like these flowers that are like being plucked from this display and then disappearing into your cloak, just vanishing. So, but it's subtle enough where no one notices.
Sick.
And then you're gonna return.
Yeah, and I'll
Okay.
just go straight back. Yeah. And then
Alright.
I got these. I got pink. I got blue. I got orange.
So
One
when he
in
hands
my
them out,
hair.
What do I know about him? With a 25 nature.
You're asking about the flowers.
Yeah, what do I know about him?
Okay.
It's interrogating one.
He's got his guard.
Where are you from? Who's your master?
Is there a bug in this? You should check them for bugs.
What kind of poison does it make?
But none of the flowers are poisonous, thankfully. They're just various different breeds of sort of like tropical flowers. They're just very, very popular in this part of the world where it's like very much warmer weather. And there are in the dynasty as well. There are sort of like hobbyists that will breed the flowers to make different sort of various colors or cool designs or things like that as well. So they're very flashy.
All right. They seem to be fine.
Yeah, but there's nothing dangerous about them.
What if we choke on them?
I guess that is a risk if you decide to choke on the.
So
Wow.
are you planning on just shoving a whole flower down the back of your throat there?
Don't put it past me. I've done it worse.
Well, you are the man in the assless chaps after all.
Absolutely.
I'm imagining that you've got one between the cheeks. Just it's a flower.
They'll never see me coming.
And he's flexing too.
So let's. I'm just like making a daisy chain out of them just to put around my neck. That's what they do, right? That's the description.
That's
Around
what,
their
yeah.
necks.
Some of them had like the daisy chain. Some of them just had it like pinned to their clothing or in their hair, or just somewhere
Yeah.
on them.
So I just do it like so easily. I'm like, anyone else?
You
want
look
one?
like the captain on a Hawaiian cruise.
All right, everyone ready?
I was
Yeah.
born
I
ready.
am.
Flower right there.
All right.
I'm
Hey.
eager.
It looks like you'll have to stay behind. There's no way to get you up there. I'm sorry, boy.
Is that your dog?
He talks to you.
Kind of like set his head and then I'm gonna climb up.
All right. Well, Kramen turns to you right before you leave to the 60 feet. I wish you the best of luck. We are going to prepare to submerge. So make sure you don't stay on deck for too long, and we'll be back in an hour.
Better take care of my dog.
I promise, Cyrus, I will take very good care of you. And he picks up your dog and carries it down into the UAC.
I'm assuming the dog weighs more than 10 pounds based on the
Oh
description.
yeah, it's a big dog. It's a big bloodhound.
Okay.
Well, he is a
If-
Goliath.
If it was
Yeah,
under
that's
10,
fair.
no, I'm saying if it was under 10 pounds, I could have probably tried to carry it up with mage hand.
Oh no, he's a big old dog.
If when the hatch shuts, if we hear "looks like meat's back on the menu,"
Fire up the grill, Horber. Nah, he's not gonna eat your dog.
They're just gonna come back and they're playing poker together.
Yeah, I love that actually. Okay, so all right, so the 6 of you are going to. Are you all climbing up, or?
Yes.
Yeah, I figure.
Okay. Then everyone make a stealth check. Steven, if you're using your invisibility cloak, you'll have an advantage.
Sweet.
Mine's a dirty 20.
Cool.
I got 17.
Filthy 20.
22.
23.
Filthy 20, sorry.
It's okay. Just a little bit of a
20
thing
as
I
well.
have. Okay,
Wait,
all
how did
very
you do
good.
that?
Do
Did
what?
he click this? Oh my god, I didn't know you could do that.
What?
You just did like digital dice.
Yes, and
Yeah.
That thing I've been giving away for the last 6 weeks. I've never used. Oh yeah,
Mine are-
digital dice.
mine are from the fourth culture crew, so I had to do this now.
Perfect.
Awesome. Alright, yeah, so the 6 of you easily make it. You scale up and onto the deck of the ship without anyone seeming to notice. Just this band of rogues climbing up over the railing. And yeah, so you're on the deck now.
Perfect.
As one of the waiters walks by, I grab a flute of champagne.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll do the same actually. Yeah.
Yeah, there's
Well,
all
I'll
kinds of
take
different
one as well.
drinks going around. Different like little fancy snacks and things like that too.
I'm looking for an Hefeweizen.
You're able to find more than you could ever imagine. There's a ton of it going around.
God bless.
In like these huge like glass pints of it.
Yes! I take 2.
Okay.
Do we know what the description of this person
So
we're looking
as
for
we
is?
climb over the rail, how far are we from the guard? Who's the half-orc guard? Who's kind of guarding the hatch at the middle?
Coming up, where you come up, it's closer to the front of the ship. So looking back, and then the stairwell is like right in the middle of the deck. You're probably like 30 or 40 feet away.
Okay. Never mind. I was gonna try something, but I'm too far away.
I can cause a
One, I could
distraction.
just get past him and scout it out.
I mean, with how you're dressed, you could probably blend into the crowd pretty well, so it would be easy to walk over there. And there's like the crowd sort of like encircles the stairwell as well.
Yeah.
Like there's people all around it because there's probably like hundreds of people all over the deck of the ship that are just like talking, enjoying the music. There's people dancing. There's like areas that are sort of like opened up for people to dance, and there's just people like sitting down and eating or drinking.
Do we want to stick together, or do we want to split up into 2 different groups?
I propose group make a distraction.
Yes, we could make a distraction. I could maybe go invisible, go the other side of him, appear, and then run away, and then disappear again, or something like that. I don't
Great.
know.
Wow.
Can I try something real quick? I just want to see how he reacts to something.
Oh yeah, go.
So I'm gonna move probably about 10 feet closer, and I want to cast Minor Illusion, like kind of right behind him in the stairwell, to make just kind of like a loud pop or something like that, and just see how he reacts.
Okay. When the pop happens, he was just like letting someone in. He just like turns around, and you can see like the server that had just been stepping to go down the stairs stops too, and they just like look, and there's like a torch there and it's well lit, and they're just like, you can't see into the stairwell where you are. They just like stop and like freeze for a moment, and then the server like cautiously starts stepping back down, and he's just kind of like recloses the rope and just kind of like watching. But it's like there's the kitchen down there, so he imagines he'll take care of it. Eventually he
Alright.
turns back.
I have a plan, and it involves that band.
Now, I am, like I said, quite the perceptive one. I can keep watch, whether it be downstairs or upstairs. So whichever you think that I will be more useful, I will come along.
It looks like the band plan might be.
I want to hear more about this band plan.
Well, my plan is
Please
simple.
tell, please tell.
I'm going to approach the band, dancing as if I am one of them, and then I will merely take over the band, and everyone's gaze will be on myself. And then that should enable. And I'm going to do a dance, which will be so captivating, everyone will want to take part, and then we should be able to sneak behind the guard and find the item we don't know what we're looking for.
Fantastic. I like it.
It's foolproof.
I like it too.
It also involves a lot of me singing,
Oh, fantastic.
which I don't want.
That just sounds delightful.
Well,
I can't wait.
Yeah, I'm on board.
perfect. Then it seems that I've talked myself into this situation. So I'm going to just like approach the band, like I said, just like dancing over. I have literally mustache hair going into my nostrils as we speak. But I'll be like dancing over, just like I'm one of them. I'll get on stage and I'll be like, you know, just and,
He's looking at you, kid.
yeah.
You can just see like they did, all of the people playing the music just kind of like give you like a weird look as you're like up on the stage. And then they're just like kind of like they don't stop playing music, but they're just kind of like look between themselves, and you're just like up there dancing.
And I'm just going to be like, follow me to the band, and we're going to play a song. And I do have quite a high performance modifier. It's one of my real specialties, my expertise almost. But would you like to know which song I'm going to be singing?
Sure.
Okay, so for not long, they would hear.
Yeah.
And then I'll be up on stage, just basically doing the YMCA thing, and everyone.
So while he's doing this,
Yeah.
I'm gonna cast dancing lights
Yeah.
and
Okay.
have the 4 lights just kind of go in like a circle pattern around him, almost in like a cyclic tornado action around him, just to get all eyes on him.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. And I'll be like, my back facing the crowd so they can see the assless chaps.
You had this plan from the start, didn't you?
Alright, you already knew this, but go ahead and make that performance check.
Absolutely, it's plus 10.
Would he?
Nat 20! There's a legit
Hey!
nat 20!
Oh my god.
Check this out! There's a legit nat 20!
Yeah, these out.
How captivating is my performance?
Very captivating. The band quickly catches on to what you're trying to do and begins playing the tune to YMCA as you're dancing and doing the arm movements and singing to the crowd. The crowd sort of surges in your direction as more and more people are coming to see this admiral dressed in Atlas chaps dancing and has just like suddenly jumped on the stage. You've got and you can even or who was casting the illusion while he was doing this? Yeah. You see as he's doing this, you can even see the half-orc sort of like curiously looking in his direction from like across the way.
I'll point to him. I'm like this. Or in fact, you know what I do the thing where I'm like this fishing line, and I'm like, and then hopefully he gets hooked, and I'm like reeling him in.
Make a persuasion check.
Oh, I also have expertise in this.
Yes.
That's a 10 plus 10, so 20. Filthy this
A
time.
filthy 20? Okay. He starts like nodding with the music and he's like tapping his foot, and when you cast the line, he just like he looks back at like his station and then looks to you and then just like shrugs and then starts like dancing his way over into the crowd.
Fantastic.
You just see him like swipe like a pint off of one of the trays and just like down the entire thing, and then just chuck it off the edge of the ship and then just join the fray.
Oh,
You've got a pretty good
worked.
party going now.
It worked.
People are already having a good time, but now they're having a really good time.
Yeah.
Right.
All right. So I guess we're gonna sneak our way down then.
100%. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm already.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so you are just trying to sneak down The stairs?
Yeah.
Okay. Make a stealth check. Who all is going?
I'm gonna go.
Me too.
Natural 20.
Nice!
Oh, nice.
32. 32.
Actually, I'm gonna stay up so that I can keep doing weird magic stuff
yeah, that
to
makes sense.
enhance Maka's performance.
Okay,
Talk
got
on
it.
one douche.
You got like the dancing lights and yeah.
To go down with Karen, Cyrus has a 24.
Okay.
I'm also
Karen has
going
a
down.
22.
I have 18.
Okay, yeah, so, you sort of... Yeah,
Who's got the magical device, by the way? Is that
Karen.
Karen?
Karen has everything in her purse.
Hmm.
Don't worry about it.
Maybe we need to check that at some point. Find this artifact.
So the four of you kind of hang out near the staircase, wait until it seems like none of the servers are going up and down, and then sneak, sort of just like duck under the rope and go down the stairs quietly without anyone noticing. As you make your way below deck, there is, at the base of the stairs, almost immediately in front of you is the door, and you can hear loud noises and like clanking of utensils and things like that, just the sounds of like a busy kitchen from inside. That's like directly in front, sort of taking up the entire space, but it expands out and then to the side so you can go like behind the staircase.
Okay. So you can go behind the staircase or you can go through the kitchen.
Yes.
I'll just go I'll go invisible into the kitchen, and
That's
I'll
what
sort
I
of,
was thinking.
yeah, I'll just go
Okay.
in and have a. You just see the door.
Alright, make another stealth check with advantage. Not that a
15.
party entirely made of rogues is gonna have any issues with
15.
stealth.
15.
I am gonna like hide behind
19.
the staircase
19.
just in
19.
case like any servants are walking back and forth. I don't want to be visible, so I'll hide behind like the staircase.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a 19, so it's 7 plus 12.
Okay. Yeah, so you sneak into the kitchen. Immediately you're hit with a million different smells of various dishes and things that are being prepared. You can see that the kitchen is absolute chaos. There is like a million different like frying pans all over like the stove. Everyone seems to be in like a super big fluster. There's like constantly when servers are going in and out, they're constantly like they'll spill like a little bit of wine out of the glasses, or you can see there's like a couple spills on the floor where like things have been dropped and no one's bothered to clean it up yet. It's just complete chaos as they're trying to keep up with the demand of the huge crowd above that is just like immediately consuming anything they bring up there.
Can I find anything interesting? Can I see anything that I'd
Is there
to
anything
steal?
in particular you're looking for? Or
something shiny and expensive?
make an investigation check. Make an investigation check.
But I'm a thief, you know.
Yeah.
That is a 26.
Okay, so sneaking around the kitchen, just sort of looking at the different like utensils and tools and the different people in there. All of like the cookware, none of it seems to be especially interesting. It's all just like practically made. There are some very nice glasses of like wine. You can see that there's a few nicer ones that have like a gold embroidery across the top. You also notice there is one of the Weller dress cooks, what you'd assume would be like a head chef or something like that. You notice that out of one of the pockets of his apron, there is a golden chain that is sort of sticking out of it and runs out and just hangs down.
I'm taking that.
Make a sleight of hand check.
Oh, I have 12 on
Rogues
that as well.
famously suck at these.
Oh, I only a 14.
A 14?
Yeah. I had a 2 with a plus 12.
If this is the thing that jeopardizes the mission and not my YMCA, then I'll be really annoyed.
So you very carefully reach out, still invisible, and pinch the chain, and then slowly tug and lift it out, and he doesn't seem to notice. And then clutching it as it turns invisible mid-air, and just like tucking it into your into your coat to make sure that no one sees it. So you have it, but you don't want to investigate it because you don't want people to see it, like floating around.
Yeah, I want to try and steal his hat as well.
Is that all right, mate?
Oh, good. Oh, good. Yeah.
Because I'm feeling cocky.
All right, make another sleight of hand
real
check.
quick.
Oh yeah, what's up?
While he's doing that, I'm gonna cast Mage Hand to grab just a drink off of a server's tray and fly it through the air over to Maka as he's dancing.
All right, so Tarquin, as you're on stage, shaking your apple chaps in front of everybody, suddenly just this like you can see like this glass of like bubbly champagne float in front of you.
I'll dab and drink it like you.
All right.
Yeah.
Gonna be bad.
I did another 14. It was another 2. Terrible roll.
A 14? Okay.
I'm gonna change dice.
You're like a 60-year-old senile hat stealing thief.
So you reach around and start to lift just this like white chef's hat off of his head, and he puts his hand up and like grabs it, and he like looks up and confused, and you just like let go as he like notices and take a step back, and he just like looks around, but you're invisible, so he doesn't see you.
Fantastic. Okay. I then exit. That's it. I kind of curse when I come out of the room, but
Okay.
yeah, it's fine.
So
I'll come back and go to Karen and say, Karen, I got this gold chain and I got a gold glass. If you could hold these for me and just whatever I've stolen, I'll just.
What did you see in there, Steven?
It was chaos. It's a kitchen of chaos. But,
Did you find a door that led anywhere?
I didn't look for a door. I'm not very perceptive.
Just from like going in there, it didn't seem like it
Okay.
led anywhere else. There were like some like pantry areas in the back, but nowhere that seems like it would lead to anywhere else other than other parts of the kitchen.
It's just foodstuffs, just food. But this chain, I don't know what it is, but it looked interesting.
Yeah. So at the end of the gold chain is at first it looks like a pocket watch, but when you open it up, it has little sort of like oval pieces of canvas in it that have painted on it. You can see what appears to be a painting of the chef, and a woman with him, and then 2 kids.
Yeah.
Oh.
But we can always take the paintings out and get this necklace appraised.
But the
To be honest,
actual
I like sentimental items, so let's keep that as well.
Picture his
I'm an
family.
asshole, by the way.
At least you're honest about it.
So is my husband, it's fine.
Wow.
I will also say at a quick glance, it appears that the container itself, as well as the chain, appear to be made out of gold.
Oh, lovely. Yes.
If it turns out that the chef's hat is the magic item we've been looking
Yes,
for this
exactly.
whole time,
It's Ratatouille's hat. Sorry, it's got a mouse underneath. It's got a magic mouse underneath it.
Yes, please.
Shall we check down this hallway?
Go.
Yes, we should.
Okay.
Let's go, Miss Taryn.
So behind the staircase, it's you sort of lead to like the back of the boat, and there's just sort of like crates and barrels and other various storage. You can see there are a couple like hammocks put up where maybe like the crew would just be sleeping out below deck, but nothing super noticeable. And then there's another staircase that leads down to another sort of below deck area. And then for the 2 of you that are still on the deck, is there anything else that you want to be doing during this time?
oh, of course. After 30 minutes of YMCA
Yeah.
straight, I'm like sweating profusely. So, Mephisto, I get off the stage finally.
Mm-hmm. There's a loud applause as you finish your performance.
Of course. Our friends have been gone quite some time. Should we perhaps go after them?
Right, I think that might be a very good idea. If you don't mind, I'm gonna do something real quick. I just want to scout some things out. So I'm gonna use my action to have my familiar, the owl, reappear about 30 feet above me and fly around, and then my next action to see through its senses. For those who are late catching up, Tarkin is saluting because the owl outranks him based on a very good deception roll on my part.
Permission to relax my ass cheeks.
Permission granted.
So yeah, if the owl about 30 feet up, just kind of fly around and see if it sees anything else on deck that we should be aware of, if you will.
Okay, yeah, make another perception check for your owl.
Yeah. That's going to be a 16 for the owl.
A 16? Just like a quick glance around, or looking around for a minute, you don't notice anything that you're not already aware of. Yeah, it just means that it's a big party on the deck. Everyone's having a good time. Doesn't seem to be anything suspicious. You do notice that, just taking like a quick peek over the side of the ship, with like the moonlight and the dark vision of the owl sort of giving you a better view, it does appear that the UAC is no longer there. Like they've at this point they've left. But yeah, other than that, nothing in particular that seems to be noticeable. And as you're sort of looking around, Tarquin, you suddenly feel an arm go around your neck, and the half-orc that had previously been guarding or watching the staircase now comes up with his arm around you and is clearly very intoxicated and sort of like slurring. He's like, "That was quite the performance you had. Well done." He gives you like a hard slap on the back. Where did you learn to do that?
I was born with those skills. You can't teach that sort of moves. I take off one of my flowers and I just put it behind his ear and I'm like, the performance doesn't stop there. Did I roll a bard by mistake?
I think, yeah.
Amazing.
I really hope I don't have to distract him in more ways than this.
He reaches out and grabs a glass of wine, or just like whatever happens to be nearby, and downs it. And what else did you have in mind?
Uh-oh. He's called my bluff.
You have seen this coming.
My bluff has been called. I just start panicking. I mean, I'm suave, and you're suave. We can be suave together. And Mephisto, help me.
Great. So I'm debating what to do here.
Mage hand slap the orc's ass.
Dang it! I should have taken the time during that to do a ritual spell instead. God dang it!
He Oh wait, you're not up there. You can't do that. You don't know this is happening because you're below deck.
Oh shit! So it's literally just me and him.
Yeah, it's literally just the two of us. Everyone else is below deck.
Mm-hmm.
So I am going to. How many people are around us? Like within 90 feet of us? Sorry, within 20 feet of us.
Within 20 feet? Still, like, Tarquin was just making his way to, like, the crowd that had sort of come up to watch his performance. And it's only just starting to disperse as people are still, like, having a good time and dancing because the band is still continuing with the music.
Damn these captivating arse cheeks.
There's still quite a bit of people, even within that short, like, probably still, like, a dozen people within, like, that 20-foot radius.
Okay. Is there an area nearby where there are fewer people?
Yeah. This seems to be, like, the most condensed place on the ship, so just about anywhere else. But there are some areas where there seems to be no one around.
So I'm going to lean over to Tarkin. Just follow my lead here. I have a plan, but we need to get to the half-orc away from everyone else.
Understood.
Great. So I'm going to go with Tarkin as far away from everyone else as we can.
Okay.
And I'm gonna kind of do a come hither to the half orc as well and be like, you know what they say about twice the fun, don't you? To the
move the hand action.
Move the hand action.
He's gonna grab another drink as he follows you two over.
Okay. So we are over there now. I'm really hoping this works. Otherwise, this is gonna go sideways really, really quickly.
Mm-hmm.
So while we're over there, I am going to cast Sleep and pray to God I roll high enough to get the orc and low enough to not get Tarkin.
Okay.
I have a plan B if this fails. Do not worry.
Well, you're asleep when this fails.
All right, so now we're going to do math.
Oh,
that's
for
5d8.
God's not with
Yeah.
maths.
Tarkin, out of curiosity, how many hit points do you have, just for the sake of this?
I have. Oops, that's wrong. 68.
Okay.
I'm so close to 69. Why didn't I even realize that?
Oh, you needed to get yourself one more.
I failed as a player.
All right, so based on a whole lot of average rolls there, a lot of 4s came out of that. It's pretty good. This works. That's going to be 26 that I rolled in total on the 5d8s.
A 26? Yeah, that's enough. You see, as the half-orc sort of, like, with his arms still around Tarquin, quickly, he's very intoxicated, so, like, drops his drink and it just, like, spills and the glass, like, rolls over the edge of the ship and falls into the sea. He just, like, slumps over and just, like, slides off of Tarquin onto the ground, and you just hear, like, loud snoring, and he's, like, drooling onto the deck. Tarquin is fine.
As he hits the ground, I'm just going to throw pocket fluff into his face and be like, yeah! Because that's my plan B, and I'm like, did it work?
The Nat 30s, thank you for the 50 bits.
He's down.
Okay, so he is down. So he is no longer a problem. All right, awesome. Right, Tarkin, so I think we can probably slip below deck still, especially with that one out of commission for a while. So let's see if we can get below and see what our friends are up to in a stealthy manner.
The poop deck.
So stealth rolls for that.
Yeah, go ahead and roll for stealth. The two of you.
Filthy 20, once again.
Nice!
26.
Alright,
Nice.
so the two of you both managed to slip below deck and sort of join up with the rest of your team just as Steven had returned from the kitchen after having snagged a couple things in there. Yeah. Alright, so the six of you are all together now.
Mm-hmm.
Hello.
Admiral.
Matt?
So the plan worked. Everyone was really dancing away and enjoying themselves, and half orc is now out of commission thanks to Mephisto and my pocket fluff.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Great plan.
We are going to head down these other set of stairs now to investigate further.
Cool.
Okay.
Do we know what we're looking for yet?
No.
Do we use
You want to take a look at that sheet?
The Identifier-otron is what it was called.
Sure, whatever.
Here it is.
Or at least the modified version of it, as Kramen had explained.
Oh, it's not a standard identifier, it's wrong.
Yeah.
No, it's a modified version, yeah.
Well, la-di-da.
Well, who wants to work it?
How does one work such a thing?
Yeah.
Well, I
Um,
Who
believe.
wants to?
I'll give it a go.
Our magician
Hmm.
might be our best bet at using this device.
Hmm.
And I'll hand it over to him.
Thank God use magic device isn't a skill anymore, if anyone remembers that from 3.5e.
No one does.
I
old
play
folk.
Pathfinder
No.
first edition, so I know use
Yep,
magic
you know
device.
that skill. And it was a charisma-based skill in 3.5e, which made no sense whatsoever.
No sense at
Dang,
all.
really? That's so weird.
Yeah, use magic device was a charisma skill. What?
Mhm.
Everyone's been in there where
Like
the
3.5,
device isn't
it's
working right.
awful.
Yeah.
You gotta charm it to work.
Yeah, that's the thing. Please, dear God, work this time.
Gosh, your dog
So-
has changed.
I was
What
4
was
years
your-
old when 3.5 was released, so
Listen. So, what do you want me to roll to use it?
Are you just like trying to figure out how it operates?
Yeah, just figure out how it operates, what it's doing.
Make an investigation check.
Okay. I might not be the person for this role, but we'll find out.
well, while
yeah.
he's doing that, I'm always glancing over the shoulder and like,
Yeah, we'll help
oh, you
him
need
out.
to, you need to do this and then this and No.
Are you
That-
so you guys are helping me out so I get advantage on the roll?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll let you have
Help
advantage. Yeah.
action.
See how
All right.
it tastes.
Thanks to
tasting
the advantage,
things,
I get a dirty 20, a filthy 20. That
Nice.
is disgusting.
It really is. Okay, so just looking at it, it just appears to be like this metal box with like two wire antennas sticking out of the front of it. It is pretty plain, and you just kind of like holding it around, and all of you are all of you have some kind of like magical attire or like items on you, and just sort of like waving around. Whenever you hold it in certain places, you can feel it faintly vibrate, and you notice that it gets slightly stronger when you hold it up to one of the magical items that your party has.
Just holding it up to my purse sets it off.
Yeah, but it doesn't seem to be very sensitive. You almost have to hold it right up to like the items for it to work, and you sort of get the idea that it may not be very sensitive, so that way it can sort of get through all of the other magical items to detect something really powerful. So that way you'll be able to tell exactly what the artifact is you're looking for, because you're not just looking for any magical item.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like a magical delving rod.
That
That's a good way to
vibrates.
describe it. It does vibrate, yeah.
When you're finished with it, can I have it?
I'm gonna hold it up to his assless chaps and just see what happens.
The cheeks just start doing this, like vibrating wildly.
Quivering with excitement.
Wax. They can tell how magical my ass is.
Right, so God, this thing is not terribly useful. But let's give it a go. So we're looking for something magical. Have you guys found anything of interest down here? Anything of note?
No, we spent
Okay.
most time waiting for Steven to steal from the kitchen.
Steal from? What did you steal from the kitchen?
Well, we stole this locket. I don't remember everything that he stole,
There
but I
was
just
a-
start pulling everything out.
It's like a wine glass with like a gold
Oh
trim
yes,
on it.
yes.
I'm just gonna hold this up to those to see if it vibrates, and then if it's still vibrating, I'm just gonna smack Mac his ass with it.
It doesn't respond to either of those items.
But you can
Worthless.
try again. It might not have worked that time. Let's not be
All right,
hasty.
now. Enough horsing around. We gotta find this stuff.
Right,
Find out.
listen.
All right.
We have to find out if the item is magical that we're trying to find. I mean, this is the most bass-backwards logic I've heard in a while. But so
Yes, they
just start
were-
holding it up to everything?
They were hopefully unprepared for this mission that they sent us on. It's like we're cleaning up someone else's mess. Either way, we should go. I want to be back in time. So I'm going to start marching quietly downstairs.
Okay.
Right behind her.
Make a stealth check then. If we're all trying to be stealthy, then have everyone roll stealth.
Oh, a group
Ah,
stealth check.
fuck.
These work always well.
That's
Hey.
a 10.
I got a 10.
27.
That's what I get for marching.
I get a
23.
16.
18.
Okay.
I have a plus 13 though.
What did I do with my die? Let me get another one. Oh, there it is. Okay,
we know you can stack them, Bravin. There's no reason to show us now.
It's not what I'm trying to show off. Okay, so yeah, the six of you, still like relatively on average, very, very good stealthy roll. So managed to make your way down. It leads down, and this staircase is all the way like the back of the ship. So then it leads, and you can sort of feel like this hallway. There are a couple like dim torches in it that provide a little bit of light, and the hallway sort of leads all the way up to almost the entire span of the ship. And there are a number of doors on either side, and then one last door at the end of the hall.
So is this like a big open area, or is it like a hallway?
It's like a hall. It's like 10 feet across from wall to wall. So,
Okay,
yeah.
okay. So
Do the
I'm
doors
just
have
going to,
keyholes?
before we get like all the way down to the bottom. I'm just going to look both sides of the hallway to make sure no one is roaming about.
Okay. There doesn't, looking like down the hall, it doesn't seem like anyone is immediately visible. You don't know if there's people behind any of the doors, but there's no one in the hall at the moment. Yeah.
All right, no one's roaming the halls at the moment.
Does this ship have rats?
Does it, make a perception check.
Okay. Natural 20.
Okay. While
Rat check.
Yes.
while you were up, on the deck above, you did notice, there were some rat droppings that seemed to be like in the corner, and you could see like some holes that had been chewed through in like the wall leading into the kitchen.
If we could, now that I think about it, if we could find one of those rats, I could talk to them and see if there's anything around here where they might be hiding stuff.
Can you speak rat?
You
I
have a
could
very
talk to
interesting friends
animals
group.
occasionally, okay?
Why don't you just shout in rat, like ratty, ratty?
Squeak,
I think
squeak,
this man
make
might be
squeakums.
insane.
It only works for so long. We gotta catch one first.
Oh, I see. I see. Should we go to the kitchen and get some cheese? That seems.
I think if we see one, we can talk to it.
That'll
But
work.
for now, we just
How
Take
long
a
was
look.
the corridor?
The one all the way at the bottom in this hallway. It is estimating from like the length of the ship, probably from like the staircase all the way to the end, maybe like 150 feet. It's pretty long. Runs most of the length of the ship.
All right, okay.
And you can it's
many
long
doors?
enough so you can even see like the curve of the ship go with it.
We're in a banana boat.
How many doors?
There are 5 on either side, evenly spaced, and then 1 at the end of the hall.
Do these doors have keyholes that we might be able to peek through?
They do have keyholes.
In that case, I think we should peek into the holes.
Okay.
Everybody grab a dog.
Ah, I could do that.
Perfect.
Everyone take a hole. 3, 2, 1, peek!
Everybody take a keyhole.
Just
Okay.
Alright,
I
so,
stand around it.
Steven, I can get yours if you would like.
Yeah, unless I can use investigation, I'm gonna be useless. Can I investigate through the keyhole?
um,
What are you
check
gonna
for
do?
which,
Just like sneak
Oh.
through it.
you're checking for which door? We'll start with that.
Oh crap! Right.
There are 11 doors to choose from.
Oh crap. Okay.
Right side number 1.
Okay, first one on the right.
Yes.
You're checking for traps, Steven?
Yeah, I'll check for traps.
Okay.
I'll do that. Yeah.
Yeah, investigation check.
Cool.
Checking for traps.
17.
17? Okay.
17.
The door doesn't appear to be trapped.
Is there like a last door on one of the hallways, like
Yeah.
at the end of one of the hallways?
What do you mean?
Well, like, you know how there's like usually doors on the side, but is there one like right in front at the very end of the hallway?
Yes.
I'm gonna check that one.
Okay, you're looking through the keyhole?
Yes.
Make a perception check. I'll take perception with disadvantage, since you're looking through, like, a tiny hole. You'll only be able to see parts of the room.
Boo. Okay. Never mind. I rolled a natty 1.
Okay. You as soon as, like, you put your eye up, like, a mote of dust flies through the keyhole and into your eye. And you're just, like, trying to, like, get it out, but it, like, it's
Hold
got,
on.
like, under your eyelid, and it's super irritating.
Is that the trap?
Just
got it.
get out my eye drops. Hold on.
Gotta have an eye drop.
Right over there, Karen.
Maybe they're trapped with dust.
It's dust in here. They really need to get someone to clean it for them.
I came prepared as I pull out a first aid kit and a scalpel and like all kinds of stuff.
Yes, we are gonna have to take your eye.
Okay. What would you like to do now?
I guess continue through the other 11 doors. Good luck
Yep.
explaining what's behind all of them.
I'll take the next door up from where you took the first one on the right, Max.
Yes, I did.
So
But Steven checked it for traps, but no one has like opened it or looked through it or anything.
Yeah, I will look through that. I will look through the keyhole.
Oh, for the first one or the second?
Oh, if you want to, I can take the second one.
You already checked the first one for traps, though, right?
Yeah, and there was nothing there. But
So-
Max,
He's checking for traps because he's got low perception.
I can't do anything but investigate. That's all. I got a -4 in
Aid
wisdom.
has been thrown.
Okay, second door first, on the right.
I was gonna look at the second one. I think Max was looking at the first one.
Okay,
Yes.
both of you then make perception checks with disadvantage.
I'll take the third one, just that we're getting more of them done.
Okay, you can go ahead and roll as well.
Perception checks with disadvantage. This is gonna be painful.
For real.
21.
Well done.
Oh, good. With disadvantage, one die was a natural 20. The other one's a 9. That gives me a 10.
Ooh, okay.
Easy.
I'll look through with the next one along, which I think would be the fourth one.
Okay, yeah. Then you go ahead and do the same. Cyrus, what did you get?
Oof,
I got a
that's
plus 11, so 26.
Okay, 26.
14.
14. Alright. So I'll start with Max, you're doing the first door?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so looking in that one, it appears to just be you see like a small like bed up against the wall and like some basic furniture. It just seems to be like a sleeping space for maybe one of the crew or like one of the higher ups on the crew or things like that. Mephisto and Cyrus, the both of you see pretty similar things. It just seems to be a space meant for like someone to stay, to live or like work from or spend their night. You do see in each of the rooms, you can see there are some personal belongings, but you don't actually see anyone in any of the rooms. But it seems like someone is living out of each of them. Tarquin, whenever you look through, you don't see much. You see that looking through the keyhole, the door, or it seems to enter into a hallway. And then there is a, just looking through the keyhole, it's like maybe like a foot away, actually, just from the door. You just see like a metal wall.
Kind of like a safe might look.
It's hard to tell because of how close it is and how small the hole is that you're looking through. I need the detail.
No, I'm entirely convinced it's a safe.
Okay.
I think I've got something here.
Cyrus, would you happen to have a cotton swab in one of your kits?
I sure would.
I'm gonna take the cotton swab from him and clean out the keyhole
Okay.
dust. and try to look again.
Alright. Go ahead and make it. You'll still have disadvantage, but make another
Yeah.
perception check.
Okay, so that's a 22 with disadvantage.
Okay. So, out of curiosity, do you have dark vision?
No.
Okay, so you look in. It's a very. The room is dark. There's no sort of light inside. There don't seem to be any portholes or anything to let light in. You sort of can get from like the shadows and things like that. Just see like the shapes of like barrels and crates. It just seems to be like a basic storage room.
All right. It looks like this might just be a storage room. Not entirely sure, but perhaps we should look at Tarquin's possibility.
I think
what
that's
you got?
wise. I think it's a safe on the other side of this door because it is large and
Right. Would it be wise to check for traps before we go picking the lock?
Oh yes,
Nah.
please.
No, there's no need. We just. Why would they put traps in
Tarquin,
this?
Let's
Please.
be careful.
Come on,
Markin,
listen to this.
you're a lovely man, but I question your decision-making abilities sometimes.
Wow. Says the man with his ass covered.
That's really exactly where I was going.
Tarquin, darling, Why don't you save your skill set for when we're in front of people?
I hear you loud and clear.
So,
Want me to check for traps? Do
Yes,
you want me to
please.
check for traps? Can I? Yeah.
Okay.
please do.
Whoever
Do it.
wants to check for him.
Yeah.
I'm sure your guys' rolls are higher than mine.
I'm gonna help him.
Actually, mine's not
Can
bad.
I help him and
but-
give him advantage?
Oh,
Sure.
go on then.
Okay.
Standing over his shoulder,
Yeah.
like trying to nitpick his.
All right. I don't know if I can get much better. I got 29 already. Yeah, no better. 29.
Okay.
Nice.
So looking over this door, it seems perfectly normal, but you rolled so high you do notice, toward the top of the door, the wood seems to be bent forward, like toward you, in your direction a little bit. And it seems like there is something that's pushing up against the top of the door and putting like strain on it. And it's, the door is just being held in its frame because it is currently locked and latched.
Okay. I explain that to the others.
And you all can see where like it's bending out from something pushing against it. You're not entirely sure what it is, but there's definitely a trap there.
Okay.
Oh, I
Probably
see.
something that's gonna fall on us or something.
I'd like to start my apology by saying that it was trapped and I was wrong.
Very gracious of you, Tarquin.
Well, yeah, I
Is
don't
that
get.
something you can handle? That's not
Uh,
something I'm very good with.
Let's
What-
find a rat and throw that in first.
What about using someone's magical abilities, like a magical hand or something?
Yes.
I could unlock.
So if we all back up from it,
Hmm.
I'll cast Mage Hand again and try and pick the lock with Mage Hand.
Okay. Alright, go ahead and make a... do you have thieves tools?
Do I have thieves tools? Yes, I do.
Okay, then make a dexterity check with proficiency, assuming you have proficiency with thieves tools.
I was about to say 5 other people were about to go, here, use mine.
Yeah, I was like, someone has got to have thieves tools.
Yeah, I think we all have thieves tools.
I think, yeah, rogues just come with them.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a package deal.
Oh, you're a rogue? Here's your thieves' tools.
Yeah.
Yep. So a dexterity check with my proficiency bonus.
Mhm.
Wait, as my 1d20 hops off of my desk.
Cool.
All right, so with my proficiency bonus, that is going to be a 17.
Okay. So everyone's standing. You said everyone was standing back from the door, doing this with
Yes.
Mage Hand.
Mm.
Sort of picking through the lock as there's just like this floating lock pick wiggling its way through. Eventually it clicks, and you do manage to unlock the door. And as soon as you do, I don't know where English has gone.
As soon as you dares.
The door suddenly slams forward all the way around on its hinge with an incredible force, as you can now see there had been a device sort of on the ceiling that had been pushing on the door with such strain that it caused the door to just slam, and anyone who had currently been trying to open it and standing there would have been probably crushed by the door as it opened.
Oh, dear.
But you're all fine, because none of you were standing there as it opened. And it is... And looking through, you can now see it just appears to be like a second door, maybe a foot in, made of like a heavy metal. It also has a lock on it, but a padlock this time.
I'm just gonna take a peek up the stairs to make sure no one is like checking to see what's that noise.
Okay, make a perception check.
Yep.
What's that door slamming noise? By the way, does anyone else imagine Mage Hand to be like Mickey Mouse's hand? 'Cause I don't.
16. And yes, I do.
Yeah.
16 perception.
Okay.
It's my master hand from Super Smash, you know?
Taking a peek up, it doesn't seem like anyone's coming to investigate. While it was a loud slam, it probably got drowned out in the bustle of the kitchen and everything that's going on there. So, yeah, seems like you're in the clear.
Seems like.
Seems.
I always have to be vague about it to an extent.
All right, so I'm going to try and pick that lock again with Mage Hand,
Okay.
with all of us standing back and out of the way.
All right, make another check for your thieves' tools.
That one's not nearly as good. That's going to be a math. That's going to be an 11.
An 11, sort of trying to get it through, but this padlock is pretty tough, and it's definitely a difficult one for all the locks that you've picked, and unfortunately you're not able to quite figure it out, and you're like trying, and then you just end up with like the little bit of force that the mage hand has, you accidentally bend your lockpick.
Oh!
Well, I'll go.
We have some spare ones.
Yeah. Or I can go do it if you want. I think that the traps are probably gone, right?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah?
It's got. They won't trap twice.
Yeah.
I would advise checking for traps again. Just
Okay,
to
I'll
make
do that. I'll do that first as well.
Okay, investigation.
Okay.
All this fuss for nothing.
The 17.
17. This door, as far as you can tell, it doesn't appear to be trapped.
I feel confident. I'm gonna pick the lock now.
Okay, go ahead and make.
Okay.
So it's a straight D20 with your dex modifying your proficiency.
I have double proficiency because I have in that, I think, as a thief. Yeah, I have expertise in thieves' tools.
Oh, okay.
So I have a plus 12
Cool.
to it, I think. Sorry. Plus 8.
Yeah.
I lied. Plus 8. Oh, that was not a good roll. It was only 12 total.
12. Yeah, just the same. You're not able to figure out this lock.
Goddamn lock.
You're a little bit more careful not to break your lockpick after you saw that happen previously, but it's just too complicated and you're not able to figure out its mechanism.
I'm a master thief, goddammit.
Anyone else want to give this a
What if
shot?
What if I just hit the lock with firebolt a few times in a row, just to see if I can blow it off?
I'm just gonna walk up to it and just hold on, guys. I think I've got this. Open sesame.
There is no response from the door.
Yep, I'm out of ideas.
Worth a shot.
I pull out my thieves' tools and I'll go give it a crack. But I'm
You know
no
what? We'd look
expert.
like idiots if that was the answer.
Man, I would feel terrible.
What if
I only have a +5, so I got a whopping 14.
Are you trying to lockpick it?
Yep.
That's unfortunately still not enough. This lock is really stumping you guys.
Bloody
All right.
doors and doors, as this should be called.
so?
Bloody
What
game.
if here's an idea? What if, I'm just gonna hold up the magic vibrator to the door and see what happens.
That is exactly what it is.
It actually holding it to the middle door. It does seem to be getting some response, not from the door itself, but something beyond it.
Oh.
Hello.
I got a +5.
So can I just try and cast a firebolt at the lock a couple of times and just see if I can just blow it off?
Sure. Yeah. So you just you stand. I'm assuming everybody stands back for this.
Yeah.
You send in a couple of
Oh, no,
fireballs.
I stand this close to it.
you got it like
roasting marshmallows as the firebolts go by.
you throw like 3 or 4 firebolts at it. But the padlock is metal, so all you're really doing is heating it up over time, and it doesn't seem to be doing much physical damage other than just putting some like scorch marks on it and heating it up, and eventually it does start faintly glowing as the metal is heated.
Karen,
I'm gonna keep hitting it with firebolts
Yes.
and see if I can get it hot enough to just crack.
Okay.
while I'm doing that, Karen, do you want to help me search the other room for keys?
Yeah, sure.
Stupid logic.
Well, when he's trying to fire up that lock, I'm just gonna try something and pull off another patch of my khaki shorts of useful things.
Okay.
So another D100 for that. Now just luck? No. This is gonna be fun now.
If one of those D100s is bolt cutters, we're on for a fun time.
It's in 58. That's a pit.
I remember that one.
What
Yes.
sort of pit? Like an armpit or like?
No, you like put it on the ground and it just
A
makes
10-foot cube pit. I
You
can
put it
place
on
on
the
the ground. No.
At the
but
bottom
I'm-
of the stairs.
I'm
Ooh, good
gonna
one.
put up with the next one. I'm gonna try this again.
Okay.
I've got enough tries for this. Let's hope. What? Eh.
I'm getting your rolls.
I have now in my hand a 12-foot long rowboat. Darkwing, this is for you.
So as you pull up the rowboat, and being that you're only in it, the hallway is only 10 feet wide, the rowboat immediately cracks and crushes against the walls, and
To my face, I'm like, oh, thank you.
it like it like blocks off the hallway where you're standing, and the rowboat gets like crushed, and you can see where it's like breaking into the wooden walls on either side.
Put it in the pit. Put it in the
No
pit.
more! No more!
Hold on, I've got a plan, and I start trying to row it.
Careful where you put the pit. We don't want the ship to sink.
Or do we?
Well, are we at the bottom of the ship, or is there a floor beneath us as well?
As far as you've seen, there's not another staircase.
While they're doing
Yeah,
this,
I'm
I
not
think
gonna
me and
place
Aaron
that.
are looking for keys in the other rooms.
Okay.
I actually have an idea for
Oh, God.
that pit, actually. Max? Could you possibly go upstairs and figure out where right above
Yes.
this room is?
Yes, I will do that.
That's
Taking
so
my
good.
pit with me.
Cyrus, can you make an investigation check?
Carrying it like this.
What I was trying to do was get a window.
Oh, hey, a pit that falls into the room we're looking for will work as well.
That would
Yes.
be good.
Okay.
Also, Max, on a boat, they call them portholes.
All right, that is a dirty 20.
Okay. So are you just looking through like the rooms that you guys had peeked through previously? Okay.
Yeah. Not anything new.
Okay, yeah. So those doors are not locked, so it's pretty easy to go in, and you just start digging through people's stuff. You find in one of the room, you do find a small key in one of the rooms. And there is also a bit of coin in each of the rooms if you want to snag that as well.
Oh, absolutely.
Y'all rogues.
Alright, in total you'll find like 27 gold pieces and 32 silver.
I'm gonna give that to Karen to put in her bag.
Yep.
Okay.
27 gold and 32 silver? Is that what you said?
Yeah. 27 gold and 32 silver. And then during all this time, Mephisto has been firebolting this log. At this point, it is red hot, and you can feel like steam coming off with each firebolt. Are you just going to continue firebolting it?
No, so at this point, I'm going to advise, while it's still hot like that, I'm going to advise everyone to back way the heck up, and I'm going to try and hit it with ice knife to see if the sudden temperature change might snap it.
Okay.
I will step back.
Yeah, you want to be far away from this when ice knife goes off. Yeah, I don't want anybody having to make a deck save.
I'm just peeking around the corner like,
We're in one of the other rooms. It's fine.
Alright. So make an attack roll for that, just to see if you can hit it like right in the lock to make sure that you make it as cold as possible. And then Max, if you go, you can kind of tell that the room that you're trying to get into seems to be beneath the kitchen.
Ah.
can I just whisper into Mephisto's ear, I believe in you, so that he can do it better?
So you can do it better.
Yeah.
Do I get advantage
Do
or
it
no?
better.
Good, better. Get good.
Just a straight roll.
Oh.
Okay. So straight roll.
Well, because
that,
he's casting a spell, you can't really help with that.
Yeah, so just a straight roll. That's going to be a 17.
Okay. Yeah, that'll definitely hit. So as the frozen knife hits and impacts, it creates like a sudden cloud of steam, and you hear a hissing sound, and then as the still very hot lock clatters onto the floor, and you can see little wisps of black smoke as it begins burning into the wood on the floor. It's still very hot, but you didn't manage to break it. It did break.
I was going to run up and start peeing on it because I don't want to start a fire.
as soon as you do that, it does cool it, but you fill this like the portion of the hallway with like a piss urine stench steam as it evaporates as you're pissing on it.
You really need to hydrate more. You really need to hydrate more.
It is
I've saved
disgusting.
us.
Did you have asparagus for dinner?
Nothing but seawater, 24/7. See, I've saved us now, Mephisto. Your thanks are not necessary.
I walk out and I'm just like, I just found a key.
It's money.
Great.
Piss fog.
Who needs a
comes-
key when you can open it with an exorbitant use of spells?
That's fair. And some money, Karen. Here you go. You can put this in your purse.
Yep. I'll split that up later.
So, I guess we
Open the
enter.
door.
Okay. As you go, the door is a bit heavy, but you manage to just sort of like push it, and it swings open. And it reveals the hallway goes forward a little bit more before branching to the left. Directly across, there is a wooden coffer. It's pretty long. It's probably like 7 or 8 feet across and comes up about 3 feet, and it's just sitting on the floor. And there are 2 more on your right, and then there's the hall like leads to the left.
Wait a minute. Did you say coffer or coffin?
Coffer. With an R.
Unlucky.
Big like chests.
Can I have a look at this coffer?
Sure. The 3 of them are all identical. They have iron brands on them. And they all have a lock that is sort of built into their structure, not like an exterior padlock.
Should we try the magical device on these 3
Great
boxes?
I think we should
Couldn't
there.
hurt.
Okay.
They're just gonna kind of see what it does on each of them.
It doesn't respond to any of them. But it is when you enter this room, it is just generally shaking, but it doesn't seem to shake more vigorously to any of the coffers.
Like this.
So I'm just gonna kind of walk around the room
Okay.
and see if there's anywhere in particular that it's vibrating harder.
So I will say once
And then when
you
it vibrates harder, I'm smacking Mac with it.
if you had approached the coffers, you would have been able to see where the room extends to the left. It extends pretty far. And you can see it's basically just this large. It's strange because it's wider than the hallway. It's like 20 feet across here, and it's just a complete empty room. And then on the other side, there is a wooden pedestal that has this golden chalice on it that is encrusted with like these blood red rubies that go all the way around the top of it.
I am just transfixed.
Holding the device up to it, it seems to it starts like even making like a beeping noise. This seems like this may be what you're looking for.
Does it go beep beep?
It's a bit more shrill than that.
Does it
So-
beep beep?
Do you think we should maybe check this one for traps too?
Nah, no need.
I've seen this movie.
Would prefer if we did.
I feel like checking for traps is never a bad idea.
Yeah.
I
No.
agree with Karen and Mephisto.
Okay.
I do too.
I'll do an investigation check.
All right, go for it.
Come on. I've got luck. I've got to remember I've got luck as a feat. So it's just... I'm going to use 1 luck.
I forgot that I have advantage on all perception and investigation checks. So
Oh, my bad.
no, that was me. I
20.
forgot.
I'll keep that in mind.
Nat
Now. Natural 20. Okay.
Nat 20. That's one luck used. So that
So
makes 32. Just
well, natural 20 either way.
yes.
So you're sort of like looking over the bare room. You take a step to go toward the other end of the room where the pedestal is, and then immediately stop as you see a glimmer of light. And then you take a second and just like turn your head to adjust how the light, and you can see like a shine. And as you get up close, you notice that in this room, all the way from this side all the way to the other end, there are a number of silver threads that have been strung across from wall to wall.
Yes. This is entrapment.
It sounds like Mission Impossible.
Okay. Okay, I relay that information back to the team.
Okay.
Just wires.
Yeah.
Wires?
I've got the entrapment movie, but with arseless jabs now. Mac is just arseless doing the big like movements. Just
If there's one thing you want when you're climbing through silver threads, it's a nice smooth ass.
Perhaps we can use our tools in order to
disengage these traps.
yes.
Would it look like we could try and cut these wires with that sort of investigation? Would I figured out how I could disable?
Yeah, I'll say make another investigation check.
Okay.
Can I aid him in that?
Sure.
Cool.
So with advantage.
Alright, I get advantage. Such bad rolls. It's only a 16.
A 16? That's okay. It's not super difficult to figure out, just sort of looking at them. You definitely don't want to cut them, and you're not entirely sure if you can disarm them either, because sort of examining them for a second, they seem to be not a physical trigger, but a magical one.
Right.
Are we able to dispel
So
it then?
with magical trigger, as in they would be set off by magic, or
that if one of the wires were to be broken, then it would have like some sort of magical reaction.
Twang.
Okay.
Like that.
You know, I'm gonna check the 3 coffers.
Okay.
based on how they're set up, would it be possible to entrapment style move through them?
You could certainly try.
Don't tell that to somebody with a +10 in acrobatics.
Well, I as a DM, I have a policy of never giving a direct answer to hypotheticals, because I just think that's no fun.
That's fair.
And Taryn, you can make an investigation on those coffers.
Okay.
And we'll aid her in that.
And I believe I already have advantage. I believe that is what
perfect.
I said.
Oh yeah, that is true.
Hold on, let me see. Yes,
How-
it was
how long-
investigation.
How far away is it, by the way? Again, just out of interest.
From one end of the room to the other,
Hmm.
it is about 40 feet.
19 investigation.
And with the where the chalice is, it would be about a 30 feet of passing through the wires from like one room to the other, because it's not all the way back on the wall. And then what did you
Wait,
say you rolled on
You
investigation?
tell me the wires are only
19.
13?
19. They're sort of from wall to wall, covering 30 feet of space.
A misty step across.
Oh,
Okay.
snap.
Alright, so first, looking over the coffers, I'll say since you're investigating them, and you rolled well, you can tell that they don't appear to be trapped. They are all, however, locked. Well, actually, 2 of them are locked. One of them is not. The 2 of them that were on the right side when you came in, the first one on the right is not locked. And as you open it up, it seems to be filled with burlap sacks. And just opening them up and taking a quick peek inside, as soon as you open them, a foul stench hits you, and they seem to be filled with pieces of rotted flesh that have just probably been sitting in here for way too long, and this horrible stench it starts to create like a cloud around you, and there's even like you can see like pieces of broken bone and just other like.
I shut it.
Okay, so you close that.
Alright. I'll attempt to unlock the other 2.
Okay, which one would you like to unlock first? And then
I'm going to
Done.
stand near you with my rapier ready, because if there's that in those, I'm going to be like, there are going to be vampires in these.
The middle one.
That's
Okay.
most likely to have vampires.
all right, go ahead and make a check with these tools.
That is an 10.
A 10. Actually, to your surprise, it does. You are actually able to unlock it with that. It doesn't seem like it was it was a very easy lock. And so you hear a click, and then the lid pops open just a little bit.
Alright. I'll open it up.
Okay.
What's inside?
Inside this coffer is a mummified corpse.
No, stab.
Are you going to stab it?
Stab it. Oh,
Okay.
absolutely.
Alright, go ahead and make an attack roll.
With advantage because it's prone?
Yeah,
I'll kind of roll out of his way.
okay.
Damn right you will. Right, so that is a 16. So plus 8 is 24 maths.
24 to hit, okay. And roll damage.
Ooh, I get to roll other dice. Let me grab my D8. Do you know what? It's been so long I've rolled these, I've forgotten which one D8 is this one. So that is 9 damage.
9 damage, okay. So you, as soon as she opens it, you go at it with your rapier. She steps out of the way and you stab it. It doesn't react. It seems like it's just a dead corpse.
I have saved you, my lady. Do not fear.
Seriously?
Yes, I am 100% serious. That beast is now vanquished.
What are these people doing keeping such smelly things around here? They should really hire someone better to clean up this place. Anyway, I will try to unlock the last one.
Okay. Another check with your thieves' tools. And Cyrus, by this time you've definitely misty stepped across all of the silver wires. Is there anything you'd like to do?
I'm gonna search this pedestal that this chalice you said is on.
Okay. Make an investigation check.
It was another 10.
Okay. This lock seems to be a little bit more difficult, and you're not quite able to get it open.
Is someone else better at this thing? This is not my area of expertise at all.
I'll get out the. I'll have a go.
Okay.
Alright.
I'm chief vampire stabber, so I'm
Yeah.
So you're
Be
still
prepared
ready.
for the vampire.
Okay.
always ready. Yeah,
Got it.
100%.
You got
You
an
know,
attack
I'll
ready.
take out my rapier as well and, like, kind of will flank Steven so that if anything pops up, we both get a stab in on it.
I
Okay.
also can. I can thieves' tools as a bonus action. So can
Oh,
I
there you go.
prepare an action as well?
Can I ask Cyrus a question real quick? This is a meta out of character question, if that's allowable.
Let me answer Steven's question first.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll say because unlocking the lock is going to take most of your attention, you'll have to use both hands to use your tools.
Okay.
Then you wouldn't be able to have a weapon ready to attack immediately.
Okay, it's just that I get that as okay, fine. Well, I got a filthy 20.
Okay.
Absolutely.
And you can go and ask your question.
Oh no, it's fine.
How many times can you cast Misty Step?
Just the once.
Oh shit!
That is so beige.
Always thinking one step, never two steps.
I was so afraid of that answer. Oh god.
Otherwise, it would be called Misty Walk.
What are the-
All right, bye. We'll see
Hey.
you.
It's fine. I have my magical first aid kit, so I'll just trigger all the traps and heal myself. It's fine. I've got like a 19 constitution.
So Cyrus, what did you get on your investigation?
I got a 26.
Okay. As far as you can tell, the pedestal it doesn't seem to be trapped. There's no sort of like pressure system under the chalice. It seems like there would be nothing that would happen if you were to pick it up. Well, at least with like the pedestal, you're not really sure what the chalice does.
Oh, that's for smarter people, and I
Mhm.
grab it.
Okay. Nothing happens. And then, Steven, you were unlocking.
Yeah, I unlock.
Okay. As soon as Cyrus like lifts up the chalice, Steven, you undo the lock and it pops open.
Is there a dead body in there?
Mhm.
Is there a live body?
Another one.
You do when you open it. There is another body in there. Yes.
Then stab we go.
All right. Attack rolls.
Oh, of course. I don't know why I keep putting my dice away. I'm like, I won't need these again.
21.
A 21?
Oof,
Yeah.
27.
There we go.
21 and 27.
I'm now becoming a pro at stabbing bodies.
Go and roll damage.
Certainly will.
Do we get sneak attack for this?
That's a good point.
Since you're both there,
Yeah.
I guess you'd both be threatening this corpse. So yeah, you would.
Oof, that is powerful
Brutal.
shit.
Cool.
Oh, but you're a swashbuckler, though, aren't you?
5d6? Jesus Christ.
Aren't you a
Sneak attack
swashbuckler?
is wild.
I'm a swashbuckler, yeah.
So you don't get sneak attack when someone's there. Isn't that the whole point?
Swashbuckler,
No,
I
that
think,
just
is-
means you don't need it. Like, you don't need someone to be there.
Oh, you don't
That's going to
need
be a
someone.
total of 15 damage then.
Okay.
11 and then 15 plus my... So 25 for me
Okay.
damage.
And I totally let out a girly shriek as I do it.
Okay.
As do I.
So as you both stab this corpse with your rapiers, the eyes flash open, and the corpse starts to sit up, and you can see it bearing these two very sharp and long fangs as it sits up out of its coffin to face both of you. I'm gonna need everyone to roll initiative.
I see
Yes!
you. I see you.
Do I get anything funky for initiative?
Well, I critically failed.
That works because you're behind thread.
So that's a 6 total because I have a 5 dice.
Nice.
Okay, and you'll have to look at the stream in order to see this, but I have a simple map that I drew in Sharpie, so it'd be more visible.
Yes! I'm so glad you did this.
Of course. Of
I
course.
only got a 9 in initiative.
Same here.
One natural 20 I roll.
Ooh.
All nine is initiative.
Alright, just to make this easier for me, let's do it the Mercer way. 25 to 20.
I got
21.
22. I got 22.
22 and 21? Okay.
Yes.
I had with my modifier 22.
Hey Mappy, when it's my games, I know it's not, but I give advantage on nat 20s. And that just falls.
Wait,
on
so
deaf ears.
Tarquin and you both got 22s?
Yeah.
And then Karen got a 21, okay.
Got myself 22.
20 to 15. Okay. 15 to 10? Okay. 10 to 5?
9.
9.
9! That's German.
9!
That's German for no thanks.
That's German.
Alright.
No thanks, I'm out of here.
Alright, so Steven and Cyrus are both 9, and then Max, what did you get?
No, I'm the 9.
Oh.
Cyrus
I'm the
is
6.
6.
Oh, you have a 6, my bad. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought got that mixed up. And then, so Cyrus, you'll be at the end.
May I say that hand-drawn map is rather good.
It
Looks
is.
amazing, yes.
Thank you. I used a compass and a ruler to make the grid, so it's perfect-ish. Okay. So let me go ahead and get you down. I'm just gonna use like D4s to represent you. So we'll have our vampire right here in the coffin, which is right here. We have Cirrus, who is all the way back here, with this is the pedestal with the chalice on it.
Yeah.
If I can find more D4s, I'm gonna dig through my dice back here.
If you have a pink one, then...
I don't think I have any pink ones, unfortunately.
You call yourself a DM.
Alright,
I literally only have this gold one, because I'm fabulous.
so we'll have,
Very smart.
Are you sponsored by Dice Makers?
this will be,
Let's not
Tarquin
bring...
and Karen, who are both there with their attacks readied, and then right behind, okay, so this green one, will be Steven. He was right there having unlocked it. And then, Max and Mephisto, where do you two want to be?
Put me back just a little bit by that kind of first coffin.
Okay.
If you're coming in from the bottom of the screen, the first one on the right, kind of right by there.
Got it.
And I'm basically parallel to Mephisto around that corner from the hallway.
Alright.
Well, the next one to that. Like, there's one space between us.
Like,
Between me and
down?
to the side. No,
Oh,
to
gotcha.
the room.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
I got you.
yeah.
Okay.
Perfect.
Alright. Okay. Yeah, so Tarquin, you're up first.
Fantastic. In that case, I terrifiedly stab at this beast again.
Okay. Go ahead and make an attack roll.
Ooh, is it too late to change my mind?
Yeah? No.
Can I? I'm going to use my panache, and I'm going to, as the beast gets up, I'm going to go, "Don't hurt us, please!" And it says that my panache is, as an action, I can make a persuasion check contested by the creature's insight check. On a success, the hostile creature has disadvantage on attack rolls against targets and can't make opportunity attacks against targets other than me for 1 minute, or until one of my allies engages it or gets more than 60 feet from me. So,
Okay. Alright. So you said it was persuasion versus insight?
persuasion, yeah.
Alright, go ahead and roll.
It's a 20, filthy.
That's a 13. So yeah. So you said disadvantage on everyone else and can't take reactions against everyone else.
Disadvantage on all attack rolls against
Oh, okay.
targets.
Disadvantage
and
on
it can't
everything, and then...
Yep, and it can't make opportunities against targets other than me for 1 minute until one of the someone else attacks it. But so for now, it's pacified.
Okay.
Well, not, but you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
Please don't hurt us! I cowardly cry, and that's my action. That's actually my action.
Yeah. Okay. Is there
And
anything else
as
you'd like to do?
Yes, as a bonus action, I will disengage and move away from it.
All right. How far do you want to move?
Couple of squares back, using Karen as a human shield.
Okay. Got it. I've moved you a couple squares behind Karen. All right. Will that be the end of your turn? Oh, more?
No, absolutely. I'm done.
Okay. Cool. Mephisto, you're up next.
All right. Would you rule that I would be able to use my bonus action to hide?
Yeah.
Or try to hide, like around that other coffer? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to use my bonus action to try and hide. I'm going to guess you want a stealth roll from me?
Yes.
Okay. That is going to be a 15 on my stealth roll.
15. You're able to hide pretty well, and the vampire or vampiric creature seems to be focused mostly on Tarquin, so it doesn't notice you.
Okay.
Let's chat.
So I'm that they draw the attention. So after I am hidden, I am then going to cast Toll the Dead on the vampire.
Okay.
If I am hidden, it has disadvantage on the saving throw.
Wisdom, right?
Yep, wisdom saving throw.
Okay. That's an 8. I'm assuming that'll
DC's
fail.
15.
That'll fail then. So
Yeah,
go ahead and
that's
roll
gonna
damage.
fail. And is it missing hit points from where it's been hit already?
Yes. It has been damaged because it got stabbed right off the bat.
Okay, so because that's D8s or D12s on Toll the Dead.
Right.
And wow, that was a terrible damage roll. 3.
3? Okay, so as all of you
3.
hear the ring of this unseen bell ring throughout this chamber, a bit of necrotic energy enters the creature, and it seems, as something undead, not to be too terribly affected by it.
Yeah, I was afraid of that. Okay.
You into our sneak attack damage.
Yeah, now my panache is worn off too.
Oh, yeah. Because someone else attacked it.
I was really banking on the creature going next, you see.
Alright, will that be it for your turn?
That will end my turn, yeah.
Karen, you're up.
All right. As a bonus action, I am going to use my insightful fighting ability.
Okay.
So I have to roll an insight against its deception.
Interesting. Okay.
And if I succeed, I can use my sneak attack against the target, even if I don't have an advantage on the roll.
Got it.
So my insight was a 14.
I got a 16. Sorry.
Darn. All right, so I just can't use sneak attack on it. Hold on, that was a cock roll for the attack. There we go. That is a 24 to hit.
That definitely hits.
For 4 damage.
4 damage? I probably should have asked this before. For you and Maka, are either of your rapiers magical?
No.
Okay. So as you thrust into this, it seems to go in and out, and while you did create a little bit of a wound, it doesn't seem to be bleeding. Based on my attempt at describing how it has resistance.
Mm-hmm. Alright, that's the end of my turn.
Okay. So at the start of its turn,
Oh, it's so close as well.
you'll notice that the hole that you just poked into it, Karen, the flesh begins to reform, and it seems to repair
rude.
itself. And then the vampire is going to... it has these, like, long, gnarly fingernails on its hand that's almost more of like a claw, and it's going to swipe out at you. That will be that's a 21 to hit.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay. That is... That'll be 9 slashing damage.
Okay.
And then with the other hand, coming with another attack with its clawed, gnarly hand, that will be, that's even higher, that's a 23.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, I rolled 2 1s on that. That'll only be 5 slashing damage.
Alrighty.
Yeah, and that'll be the end of its turn as it just uses this movement to sort of stand up in the coffer that had been previously lying down in. Steven, you're up.
Okay. I will first use my action to put the hood up on my cloak of invisibility.
Okay.
So that'd be my action.
Mm-hmm.
And I then would like to move away, so I'll use disengage just for the...
You're not within melee range.
Am I not? Okay.
No, you're this green one right here.
I will move just within 20-foot range of him.
Okay.
So that I can take my next action when I'm assuming I'll be hidden from him, basically. Can I hide for my bonus action, or do I need to because I'm invisible?
I'll say make a stealth check with advantage.
Okay.
Since you have the cloak. Just to sort of like vanish and move somewhere without it noticing.
The highest roll was 28.
Okay.
26, sorry, 26. 26.
Okay. Well, you were rolling against the 2, so... yeah, you're definitely hidden as you disappear with your cloak. I have no idea where you are. Okay, yeah.
That's my turn.
Okay. Then we are to Max.
Okay, what I'm gonna do is I am looking in the direction of Cyrus and basically want to find a way how he can more or less get through those wires without actually triggering them.
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna be my action.
Okay. Make an investigation check.
I will do that. That's a natural 2, so 14.
14? Okay. Just like, it's kind of hard to see the wires because you sort of have to like turn to get like the light right where it'll shimmer off and you can see where they are. And you spend your turn just sort of examining where they are and more or less are able to figure out a path where if you're really careful you might be able to get through. So I'll say, because you've done that, on another turn, if you use the help action, you can give Cyrus advantage if he tries to move through by sort of like guiding him.
Well, I can use the help action as the bonus action, obviously.
Okay.
If I can do that on this turn, I will do that now. If not, I will wait that turn.
You can't, because you still have your bonus action, so you can do that now.
Yeah, then I'm gonna give him more or less the direction he needs to go for every wire, and hope that he can now come up to us.
All right. Sounds good.
That's the turn.
Okay, Cyrus, you're up next.
All right. And I'm gonna go, yeehaw! And I'm gonna shoot him with my crossbow.
Okay.
my hand crossbow. I'm gonna shoot him.
What's the range on that?
30 feet. I think he's 5 foot outside of my range.
Yeah. So you'll have disadvantage. Yep.
Yeah.
Just barely out of range.
So I have 18 with disadvantage.
That'll still hit.
All right. So, and am I getting? He's out of. So I don't get sneak attack on that, right? So is he threatened?
He is currently threatened by Karen, so yes, you would.
Okay.
Because Karen is with a melee range.
7, 13, 14. So it's going to be 21.
21 damage?
Yes.
Okay.
And then as a bonus action for crossbow expert, I'm going to shoot him again.
Go for it.
Well, I'm probably not going to hit that time. 11 with this.
11? Alright, you see this crossbow flies out and flies past the head of the creature with a thing and sticks into the wooden wall behind it.
All right, as I miss him, and then I'm going to try to yell and be like, "Come and get me! I've got your toy!" And I'm going to try to get him to.
Okay. Got it. Will that be it for your turn?
Yeah.
Got it. Okay. Then we are back to the top of the round with Tarquin.
Perfect. Okay. Now I am going to just run. I'm going to run in like I'm scared, but I hold my rapier out like this, like awkwardly. I'm just going to go, just run in and stab it, like terrified. I don't think I'm going to get. Hold on, what does it say? So my raucous, whatever, what's it called? Raucous audacity. No, that's not it. Which one is it? That is the one, isn't it? Yeah. So I don't need advantage on the attack roll, but Karen's still there, isn't she? Right next to me.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. Okay, so just straight roll. All right. So straight roll against said beastie. 16.
That'll hit.
Fantastic. So I will do my damage. It's just a normal D8. So 9 damage.
Okay.
And then so D8 plus 4, and then I will, because I've done my attack, I have fancy footwork as being a swashbuckler, which means that if I make a melee attack, that creature can't make opportunity attacks against me. So I'm just gonna sashay and sort of pirouette with my assless chaps away from it.
Okay. Do you just move back to where you were?
Absolutely, I do.
Got it. Okay. Done.
That's it.
Mephisto.
All right, I am going to try and hit this bad boy with a firebolt.
Go for it.
Doesn't want to light the vampire on fire.
Yeah.
Firebolt. Fire is always the answer.
It's at this point I remember that I was going to say, can I just torch it? And then that's too late because I was like, I'm on the spot now.
That's going to be, with my modifier, a 24 to hit.
That hits.
Yeesh.
All right. And I need D10s. I wasn't ready to have D10s out. Should have thought about that one. Come on, Mappy.
Be prepared.
I've got them all like right in front of me. I just didn't have any in my hand.
He makes
That's
okay maps.
That's a little bit better damage roll than last time. That is going to be a 13 fire damage of the magical variety.
13 fire damage? Okay.
And also, was it wrapped in like linens and that sort of thing? Oh, they're being worn. They can't be set on fire.
Yeah. So
it specifically says items that aren't being worn.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, your firebolt goes out and it hits, and you can feel like the flames sort of burning away at like its skin and blackening it. And it just like turns towards you and snarls, looking at you like over Karen.
Does it have gasoline cans in the coffer by any chance?
No, it does not.
That would be ideal.
That would be useful.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure that would be great to do, in the hull of a ship with all of you in like an enclosed space.
Yeah.
Okay, Karen.
All right. So I'm going to take one step to what looks like my right.
Okay. Took me a second.
Yeah.
I was like, wait, because I'm looking at it backwards.
just in case he wants to go for Cyrus's call, that gives him room to move. And I will do another bonus action, insightful fighting. So another insight versus its deception.
Okay.
I have to see if I get any like bonuses or something to this.
Is that a book you're holding?
Yes.
How antiquarian of you.
Says,
Just
I have many books.
Oh, I could have.
Could you pass me one of those, please?
Absolutely, I'll just grab one of those now.
I could have probably actually passed my roll last time. Oh well. So that is going to be a 22 insight.
all right. It was a 7 for deception, so you'll get that one.
Okay. So I will roll for attack now.
Remind me again what the effects of that are.
So I get to use my sneak attack even though I don't have advantage.
Okay.
That I would normally get sneak attack for. Alright, so that is going to be a 21 to hit.
Hits.
Uh... 22 damage.
This is with your rapier.
Yes.
Okay.
So I know he's probably only gonna take like half of that or something. but
Still, it seems that like you've fought with a rapier before, and it seems that although your attacks are strong, doesn't seem to be having as much of an effect as you would expect.
But it is all I can do, so I digress.
Okay, is that the end of your turn?
Yes.
All right. As we're back to the vampiric creature, you do notice it's starting to hurt, but it regains and regenerates somewhat at the start of its turn.
Great.
It is going to coming at you with that clawed hand once again. Get that to roll. That is a 22.
Yeah.
Okay, so this time, instead of the claws digging into your skin, it comes around your back, and you feel it catch and pierce your back as it grabs and pulls you close, and it's going to attempt to sink its fangs into your shoulder.
Vampire Karen.
Oh, you grappled, so it would have advantage on that. Oh man, that's really bad.
Your filthy paws off me.
That's an 8. I rolled really bad on that.
For like an attack?
Yeah, for an attack roll.
That actually misses, surprisingly.
Okay, so even though it like has grabbed you and it has you grappled now, as it's like trying to sink down, you're like pushing back on its face and it's trying to get its fangs down to your neck.
Do
But-
you mind? I'm a married woman.
Okay, so that will be, I guess it would have, or I'll say it would have stepped out of the coffin next to you in order to grab you. Okay, so that'll be the end of its turn. You are currently grappled by it, and Steven, you're up next.
Rude.
Great. I will take an attack with my magical daggers on my bracer of flying daggers. So I will have sneak attack, I imagine. Yep.
Yeah. Because
I'm invisible. Yep. And so I will do that. +8. Advantage, because I'm invisible on the attack.
Yeah, I'll say so, because it doesn't know where you are.
Yeah.
It doesn't expect this to come.
First roll was a 9. Both 9s. So that is a 17 to hit.
That still hits.
Cool. So it's 1d4, and then 5d6. That's a 3, and I'm going to do this on here because it's going to take ages otherwise. Roll. 3 plus 20, 23. 23 plus 4, 27 damage, and that's magical. That's all. They're all magical daggers. That's
Okay.
the first one. And then I get a second attack with another dagger immediately afterwards, which is just going to be a sneak attack, I guess, because I'm not visible anymore.
Okay.
That is a 26 to 20. Sorry,
That hits.
22 to hit, yeah.
Definitely hits.
And that's only 1d4 plus 4. That is another 7 damage. Again, magical daggers, because they're 2 magical daggers. And they just disappear. Once they go, they reappear again on my braces.
Okay. So as you send the 2 daggers out, they both pierce into the body, sort of hitting like the side as it's like facing Karen to sort of have her grappled. And it hits, and you can see it like throw its head back in pain as you hit it. And as the daggers disappear, you can see like this dark, like almost like rotted blood material begin to drain from the wounds, and it's looking pretty hurt at this point.
I'll say something like, "Get away from her, you evil beast," or something like that. Something very generic.
All right. Max.
I am gonna hit him with my short bow.
Ooh.
At least with an arrow out of that short bow.
I was
Okay.
going to ask if I could bonus action hide, but don't worry. There's probably nowhere to hide.
Oh. I mean, I'll say that you can remain hidden because it. Yeah.
Okay, fine.
I'll say you can keep your last roll. Let me roll. But you had like, what did you have again? What was your roll like?
28, but I won't be invisible anymore, I don't think.
Oh wait, that's right. Because it.
Yeah.
Actually,
I'll roll
I
again.
think, yeah, you would have to bonus action. So go and roll again. Because whenever you attack something, it realizes where you are.
Yeah. That is a 30.
Okay, then yeah. Do you want to move at all?
Yeah, I'll move. I know I need to stay within 20 feet, so I might just try and hide between the 2 coffers that are on the right-hand side or something like that.
Okay, I'll do that.
My right. Yeah.
And you just slip into the air, into like disappearing. Okay, Max, back to you.
Yeah, the short bow hit. I will roll that.
Okay,
That's a 21 to hit.
21 definitely hits.
That then is incredible 4 damage.
Okay, I'm assuming your short bow is not magical.
It's not magical.
Okay.
And as a bonus action, I'm again using the help action, and I'm gonna say, "Quick, Cyrus, hit him with a slurf ball!" and give Cyrus on his next attack the help action, because I
Okay.
can do that at range.
Got it.
And that's the turn.
Okay, Cyrus, you're up next.
Will do, Max. Hit him.
So, it will be a straight roll because you have disadvantage for the range and then advantage from the help.
That works.
The party is level 10.
28,
28, that definitely hits.
and then I'll go ahead and attack with my bonus action real quick. 17
To hit or damage?
to hit for the second attack.
Oh yeah,
I was-
they both hit. So you can roll damage for both.
All right, and he's still threatened.
Yes.
First one, that's 5, 8, 11, 15. That's going to be 17 points of damage.
Okay.
Second one is 26 points of damage.
Okay. So as these 2 crossbow bolts fly and into the back of this vampiric creature, you can see more of like the dark like tar like liquid pouring out of its back where the arrows have struck, and they sort of like slide out, and at this point it looks like it's on death's door. Up next, back to the top around Tarquin and that RPG chick. Thank you for the 100 bits. I really appreciate it.
Free dab for you. Yay.
Uh-oh. Wait, we
Have we
lost
lost
someone.
them? God damn, we lost Hamilton.
Oh no!
No!
Oh!
We lost Tammy.
Well-
Speak to me. He's really invisible.
Oh, Earthsword RPG, thank you for the subscription.
You're
I really
welcome.
appreciate that.
So I'm going to. Okay, so what I'm going to do. Like, if the creature currently has Karen grappled, right?
Yes, it currently has Karen grappled.
And one might suspect that creature is then going to attempt to bite her.
It had already attempted to once, so...
So I will use panache once again, and I will basically rear my assless chaps and say, "You want to bite something? Bite this!" And it's persuasion versus his insight,
Okay.
and that basically means that if he tries to bite her, it's going to be with disadvantage.
Right. Unless someone hits it before then.
Unless someone engages with it, exactly. So that's 28.
Against this
Persuasion.
insight, you said? I said 11, so yeah.
Very persuasive ass.
It literally, with a 28, the only way it could have gotten that was with a nat 20, so...
Yeah, exactly. So now, rather than wanting to bite her, hopefully it wants to bite my exposed ass.
Got it.
Unless someone else attacks it and ruins that.
Mm-hmm.
Turn over.
Okay.
Hopefully I'll save Karen with my fine ass.
Oh, and, Shittern, thank you for the Prime subscription as well. I really appreciate that. Love the support tonight. Okay, up next is Mephisto.
All right, so I am going to use my bonus action to try and hide again.
Okay.
That is going to be a 29 on stealth.
I don't even know why I'm gonna bother rolling. Yeah, you're good.
All right, so then I am going to hold my action, which is casting a. I'm taking one of my flasks of oil.
Okay.
And if it tries to bite Karen, then I will be casting the yeet spell, catapult, and launching the flask of oil at it.
Okay. Got it. Is that it for your turn then?
Yep.
Okay. Karen, it's your turn.
Alright, so it let go of me. And you said it's looking
Or it's
like
still holding on to you.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, you're still grappled. Yeah.
Then I would like to try and break out.
Okay. It'll be athletics or acrobatics, your choice.
And hopefully
Okay,
this still won't class as an attack, I don't think, hopefully.
That's a 14.
A 14. That's a 10 on it. So yeah, you managed to break free.
Yes, and it cannot hurt. It cannot attack you opportunity-wise because it's
Alright.
focused on my ass cheeks.
Mm-hmm.
Then I will bonus action disengage.
Okay.
Or that.
Or do you want to move then?
Yeah, can I move, like, next to Turquin?
Sure.
Yeah, then that'll end
As I'm currently mooning.
Yeah.
I'll give you a fresh, like, slap on the ass as I come over to you.
That's how I make my horsey go, so that works.
All right. Okay. What was the trigger on the flask of oil again? It was if it tried to attack Karen?
Yep.
Okay, so that wouldn't be triggered by this then.
Nope.
Is it the end of your turn? Okay. So back to the vampire.
Yes.
It was looking pretty hurt, but it starts to regenerate and it gains some of its strength back. And it is going to go for Tarquin, and it'll have disadvantage, correct?
It will, yeah. It has disadvantage on all attack rolls, and it can't make opportunity attacks against anyone other than me.
Right, okay. So first coming at its claw. Oh, it's caught. That's a natural 1.
That fails.
And then coming with the other hand, that's a 10.
Yes.
So whoosh,
I'm just
whoosh,
dodging
and
his
both
ass.
miss as it's just trying to grab you.
Yeah, you can't catch this ass. Ah.
Okay, I'm going to have it then. It is going to step away, so get an opportunity. You and Karen will both get attacks of opportunity for this.
While my back is turned and my ass cheeks are facing, I'm just going to stab with my rapier.
It's like between the legs.
Yeah, that's exactly it, yeah. I've got you now.
The attack is a 17.
That hits.
I had... Oof, what's that? Hold on, what's my plus? Is it a plus 8? No, surely not. Surely to God not. Only an 11 for me.
That won't hit, unfortunately. So Karen, go ahead and roll damage for your rapier.
9.
9 damage? Okay.
9.
Alright, so you managed to get one jab at it as it backs away, and it is going to step over the coffer, and then it's going to like turn around, and it's going to begin climbing up the wall of the room as its hands and feet just seem to stick to it, and then let's see, 5, 10, 15, 1, 3, and then start crawling across the ceiling to about right there. Hamilton, thank you for the Prime subscription.
What everyone else is doing, I better get in on the action.
I really appreciate it. Steven, you're up as a reward, I think.
Okay, I'm still in my hidden space, so I'm just gonna go ahead straight away with the daggers, really. Just gonna go simple. Dagger.
I hope you guys aren't trying to bribe me. Thank you for the sub.
Yeah, just keep subbing. Give me advantage. Right. I get advantage when I'm hidden, or not? Do I get no? Or do I?
You did hide again, so yeah, you have advantage on this.
Just to see if I get a nat 20, because that was a 14 plus 8, which is 22 to hit. Again. Yeah.
22 definitely hits.
Yeah. So that was another 3, and then sneak attack damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Roll. 12. Oh, that was terrible. There's 3 1s in that. 15 plus 4. 19 damage.
Okay.
The first dagger.
So as it is sort of crawling across the ceiling, and you see its head like twist backwards as it's like snarling at Tarquin, when this dagger suddenly strikes and hits it like in the side of the neck. And you just see the eyes roll back as it drops and falls off the ceiling onto the ground.
Dead?
It is dead.
But it's a vampire. There's something in there, right? I killed it! Amazing! Right, let's get this treasure and go.
Well
Great.
done, Stephen. But I think it's still alive, and I'm going to stab it again just to be sure.
Okay.
Chop its head off.
Rapier its head off. I'd be like, just give me at least 5 minutes to.
Nice hit, you got him.
Jesus, thank you for the gift subs, guys.
It's still
Things are just getting nuts up in here. So once he's done with that, so I'm gonna go over and I'm gonna dump out the flask of oil on the vampire.
Mm-hmm.
And once Cyrus is back, I'm gonna just light the vampire on fire just to be safe.
Okay.
I mean, once Cyrus is back with the shiny thing, I'm gonna step back as we're leaving the room, and I'm just gonna hit it with firebolt to light it on fire.
Okay. Sounds good. Jesus, you guys started a hype train.
We just did.
Megan, thank you for the big. Another gift sub, thank you. I'm gonna try to say your username again. Anti-Brosper. Definitely saying it wrong.
Just say Zönke. He's gonna appreciate that way more.
Say what?
Zönke.
Zunka? Okay.
Yes,
I don't know what that means. What did I just say?
it's his name.
Oh, okay. Cool. Zunka, thank you for the gift sub. Jesus Christ, you guys.
I'm really hyping it. Come on, let's up this. Let's hype this.
The vampire dies, and all these subs just fly out.
Alright, so you said you're gonna firebolt you poured the oil on it, and you're gonna firebolt it once you guys are leaving.
Yeah, when we're leaving this room.
Okay. Cyrus, in order for you to make it across the room, I'm gonna need you to make an acrobatics check.
Only me.
And then Max, if you want to, you still can use the help action.
Yes, I will use the help action to guide him through that. No, you need to go above that. No, below. No. The other one.
red.
Yeah.
Right,
Just
foot
really
blue.
humped you.
Right.
Done.
Alright, so acrobatics with advantage. Oh my
I
god.
got crit fail and a
Just
22.
imagine a run and a die.
You got a critical fail on a 22. Alright, so while you would have made a few slip-ups, with Max's help, you're able to sort of carefully make your way through without disturbing any of the silver wires that are near invisible as you're sort of like Mission Impossible making your way through like a room full of lasers, just stepping over, ending it with like a roll at the end because you rolled so high, and then just stopping, and all of the silver wires remaining completely undisturbed as you've made your way across.
Oh yeah! Let's go!
It's like it reminds me of the mall cop.
Dang, level 3 hype train. You guys are insane.
Karen, I believe this is yours as I hand her the cup.
Sorry, my mic is a little staticky on my end. I take the cup and put it in my purse.
Okay.
Well, then let's get out of here, right?
As you start to head out of the room, you suddenly feel, like on the boat, at this point you've been on it long enough to be used to the rocking of the ship, right? As it slowly, goes left and right and left and right. Well, it lifts to the left and then to the right again, and it keeps turning, and you just feel the ship slowly tilting to one side for way longer than normal before finally returning back to its normal sway. And thank you for all the gift subs. I can't even keep up with everything that's happening in chat.
No, it is going crazy.
Level 4 hype train.
Oh, we're nearly at level 5?
Oh my god, I don't think I've ever... Oh, Jesus.
50 gifted subs from Mark.
Thank you, everybody, for all the gift subs. Thank you for all the bits. I can't even give them a bit. We gotta think about this on the one shot, though. What are you guys gonna do now?
It says Karen's got the artifact.
Mm-hmm. And she put it in her purse of holding.
Can I go invisible?
Go visible.
Sure.
And whilst like when everyone's doing this, I've kind of gone invisible. I was hype training, so I wasn't focusing. but can I, or at least can I just see when? Can I just be in? Maybe not go invisible. It's too obvious, but be sort of nearby Karen, so that when she's trying to put it in the bag, I sort of snaffle it. A little snaffle, sniffy snaffle. So it seems like she's dropped it in the bag, but I sort of sleight of hand swipe it.
Okay, make a sleight of hand, and Karen, make a perception check.
This is literally our two expertise against each other.
And I get advantage on my perception checks.
Ah, shit, I don't get advantage on my sleight of hand. Come on.
Oh, boy.
I got luck, though. I have luck. I'm going to use my luck if I need to. It's a 14. Oh, that makes 26. Do I risk it? It's 26. I'm going to stick with 26.
Okay.
25.
Ooh!
Yes!
Also, thank you guys so much for all the hype. That is insane. Yeah, so you, not only do you swipe, do you have, like, would you happen to have, like, any, like, ball bearings or anything like that on you? Actually, no. You have the wine glass from before.
Okay.
So, you take the chalice and then take your wine glass and drop it in instead. So, Karen, you drop it in your bag and you feel like the familiar thud of like something falling into the depths of your bag. That feels like the chalice, but it's actually a wine glass, but you don't know that. So you've sort of swiped and switched them out, and now you have the chalice and tuck it into your coat without anyone noticing. If anyone else wants to... Because everyone else is nearby. If anyone else wants to try to roll a perception check to see that, you can feel welcome to.
Oh, I'll try. Because I'll just be there looking. What sort of Karen doesn't realise it's a wine glass?
It was that he rolled... I mean, he beat her, so...
I only got a 21, so I wouldn't even see it.
Beat me by 1.
Mm-hmm.
What's a natural 1 get me?
You're just looking at my ass cheeks.
You don't even know who has the chalice. Like, everyone else thinks Karen has it. You're like, hey...
Cyrus still has it.
I was like, this is a chalice right here.
Wait, hold on, guys. I think we left it on the pedestal back there.
Fantastic. Good.
So,
Alright. Let's go, y'all. We're gonna
Yeah.
miss the boat.
Okay, so, where are you headed now? Are you just going back straight up to the deck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So you do you want to be... I'm assuming you want to be stealthy about this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
do we though?
You can also run up the stairs and just jump off the ship.
You could also just
go
run.
stealthy.
Okay,
That's fair.
roll
You
stealth
just
check.
run real fast.
I'm gonna pop the hood anyway. I'll pop the hood and just go invisible.
Natty 1 stealth.
Nice.
We are running then.
Eh,
The group could make up for it if you guys roll high enough.
As a invisible, I got 31.
Okay.
I don't think I try. I think I'm feeling proper fucking self-confident, so I'm just gonna walk up. I'm literally gonna strut out there.
Yeah, well, you're
Oh, okay. You're not even gonna attempt to. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
all right, if he's
I'm actually, as
I'm
he's
just gonna
strutting,
walk.
Yes.
as Tarkin is strutting up, I'm gonna walk behind him and cast dancing lights again to just kind of give the impressive aura of him dancing up the stairs.
Okay,
Yeah,
got
exactly.
it. Okay. Is anyone else trying to stealth?
I tried and failed.
Yeah. Steven's invisible. And no one knows where he is. Cyrus, Max, either of you want to try to stealth or you're just gonna roll with this? Okay.
I'm walking.
Yeah.
I'm walking right with Tarkin.
Alright. So as you're coming up, you do run into a few of like the servers, and they just look kind of confused as you're coming from below deck, walking your way up with like these lights flying around you. Steven just like keeping to the shadows, and like with everyone's attention on them, you're already like super stealthy, but there's no way anyone would know you're there. You're basically a shadow in the darkness. You do make your way up. Everyone makes your way up to the top of the deck, and also. Jesus Christ, you guys finished a hype train. That's insane. Thank you for all the support, really. Okay, what would you like to do now?
See if the submarine is there.
Yeah, we gotta get.
Okay.
Just look at the side, like, is it there?
You do make your way over. As you're walking across the deck of the ship, you feel another heavy list of the boat, and just taking a quick look around, you can see that there's these large ripples that are sort of going through the scene, causing the boat to rock more heavily, that seem to be coming from the atoll. Moving over to the railing where you had previously come up, you can see the grappling hook is still there, and looking down, just as you walk over, you see the UAC emerge from the sea.
Perfect.
And the hatch opens, and you see Kramen, the Goliath from before. To your surprise, he yells up at you. We gotta go! We really, really gotta go! We need to get out of here!
Is there time for a musical number?
No!
Why, what's happening? What's happening here?
I just jumped off. Yeah.
Make an acrobatics check.
Alright.
Because it's like a 30-foot drop. And then
Well.
from the 12. Okay. You don't land the best on the boat. You sort of land and twist your ankle a little bit as you come down, and you're going to take 6 points of damage from that.
As we're leaving, can I point to the band and just be like, play us out, guys?
Well, as you're leaving, everyone's attention, as you've kind of been focused on Cyrus jumping off and Tarkin yelling up at you, a giant tentacle emerges from the sea on the other side of the ship, and you see, like, the water around it darken, and that darkness seems to spread toward the ship, and the tentacle slowly comes closer as it is reaching out towards the mast.
Release the Kraken!
Right? I think we should probably get out of here post-haste, and I'm just gonna fly down using my winged boots.
Okay.
I use my second story work to go as quickly as possible down that. Go down the rope. Down the side of the building.
I'm just gonna pull out 50 feet of hempen rope out of my rope of useful things, attach it to the railing, and more or less slide down.
Okay. I love how there's already a rope there and you're tying off a separate one.
I have my own.
Okay, fair enough.
And
Alright.
I'll just climb down the rope,
That's
the one that's already there.
Okay, as you get down onto the UAC, you see suddenly wham! And with like a huge slap and like a spray of seawater, the tentacles wrapped around the ship, and you hear like people screaming up on the deck. At this point, Crumman just like jumps into the hatch, just like dives in.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Where's
Follow.
my
Yeah,
boy?
jump in. Jump in.
Yep, it's going in.
All right. So you all get into the submersible as it immediately submerges, and you hear the gnome from before that had been piling in it, Horber. He goes, yeah, and like there's like reins that lead inside that he's like controlling, and suddenly diving down in a way as you hear like the cracking of the hull of the ship splintering as it's being squeezed by this kraken.
Well, that kraken's really going to feel stupid when it starts eating vampire corpses.
That boat be cracking. Ew. Sorry. It was there.
Alright.
There
So
had to be a dead joke somewhere.
for the sake of expediency, the six of you made it out and escaped with the artifact. The mages gives you a cumulative reward of 6,000 gold pieces. So you got well paid for this job. And yeah, we went a little bit over, so just wanted to wrap things up real quick.
I go in my purse to give him the chalice, and I go, which one of you stole it?
Oh yeah, I completely forgot about that.
Steven.
Yeah, you just pull out like a wine glass. Crumman's like, wait, did you not get it?
Oh, we got it. Which one of you took it?
I went and got it myself.
I can't hide it anyway. I mean, I have my ass exposed. I don't even have pockets.
It's your perfect hiding place, your usual one.
My prison pocket.
Probably.
Maybe you got lost in the kerfuffle as we were leaving the boat.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll inside check.
Yeah, I'm
There
rolling.
we
Okay,
it.
go for it.
Gotta roll it. I'm here. Yeah.
So
Can I
Steven,
make a
you gotta roll a
deception
deception. Yeah, make a deception
Okay.
to contest.
What did I have? I had something.
That's
with
a
deception.
30.
Oh, shit.
Oh,
Karen is taking none
I
of
don't
that
think I
shit.
can beat that. I can't beat that unless I've got +7. I've
You
only
can't
got
out
plus.
Karen a Karen.
No, that's only 15.
Yeah, Karen sees right through your lie. She in fact she sees like the outline of the chalice like underneath your coat because it's a pretty wide chalice, so it doesn't like fit in. So it's just like there's just like this bowl shape sticking out from under your coat.
I just don't say anything. I just go put it on the table
Okay.
and just act like nothing's happened. Oh look, it's just appeared here. That's amazing.
Can I look through like? Do they have like a periscope?
They don't have a periscope. They just have like there's like a giant glass like windshield on the front.
Perfect. Can I look
How
through that and go? That boat's giving me a stern look because I really want to make a boat pun.
Take a bow for that one.
Anyway. How much gold did you say we got? 2,000?
6,000. It's
6.
split between all of you. So I guess 1,000 gold apiece if you split it evenly. But that's up to you.
Hold on, because I also have the 27 gold.
Mm-hmm.
So that's, was that 1,004 per person? Except one person gets.
I'll take the less. It's fine for my misdemeanor.
I don't know how to math, so.
You should take the extra one since you had to keep track of it.
So 1,000.
And
gold.
also, everyone gets roughly 5 silver. I'm estimating.
Okay. Fantastic.
Whatever floats your boat.
And now he can't stop.
Ha ha ha.
Man, that 5 silver really makes a big difference out of the over 1,000 gold you each got.
Yeah.
It's like, here is 1,000 gold and change, and here is 5 pieces of silver.
You know what? You never know when you're gonna have to go through a toll,
That's true.
and you need to count it out.
Man,
Also,
tolls are
we
the
could have-
worst.
We could have used that silver to stab into the vampire and do more damage than. rapiers and stuff.
Mm.
And fire.
Right.
Okay. So yeah, I think that wraps this up. Unless there's anything anyone else wanted to do or say.
Play again.
That would be wonderful. That was very fun. Thank you. This was a pleasure to be able to DM for this group.
Thank you. No, it was
Pleasure to have you DM.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honor.
I'm glad you enjoyed it. I was very nervous because you guys had very high expectations for me.
I had
was
zero
perfect.
expectations. It's fine.
Is that good?
I was like, I
had such low expectations
idea
for you.
what to expect. I just knew that there was going to be craziness.
Yeah. No, it was fantastic. Perfect.
Don't worry, I don't take offense from that.
I would like to say in a few weeks' time, I was planning on doing a charity stream, and I would like to invite all of the Beige Gang, including you, Bravin, being a player, and we can play. Do it for charity.
That would be awesome.
When was
Definitely.
this? When is this?
100%.
I haven't got a date set yet
Oh,
because
okay.
I'm not a date setter.
No problem.
But
Yeah.
I will find a date and then invite you all, and everyone will be able to know. So
Yeah, keep me up with the details. I'd love to learn more about that.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And before we wrap up the stream, I want to give all of you a chance to plug your own stuff again if you would like to. So whatever order you feel.
Let's just do the one that's on camera.
Okay. Cyrus?
No, you're up
Oh, is it
first.
me? Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry. Okay, I'm Hamilton. I am the DM on Dragon's Duel. It's a D&D game show where we play 6 rounds, vaguely related to the 6 ability scores. It's basically chaos. We have a lot of fun. We've got an episode coming out next week. We usually do a podcast, but we are moving to Twitch. I forgot to say at the
Exciting.
beginning. Yeah, so we nearly made affiliate by just doing art streams like beforehand, which is kind of weird, which is thanks to a lot of the Beige Gang here. But keep an eye on our Twitch, dragons_duel, and there will be some live game show fun randomness.
For real, man. You are made for streams too. I'm really looking forward to that.
There'll be more wigs.
That sounds fantastic.
Hamilton, just embrace the bald.
No, I
Embrace it.
have. There will be no wig, and there will be wigs as well. There'll be more of it.
Like half a wig, one side and half.
Zoltar, you're up next.
My name is Zoltar from Oathsworn RPG. I'm one of the co-creators over there, and I DM one of our games. I'll drop our links in the chat. We play on Mondays and Wednesdays in our homebrew world, and we actually play in a homebrew system as well, created from the ground up. So it's a lot of fun.
Awesome. And Mr. Maka, Admiral Maka.
That's it.
Yeah.
I'm Maka the DM from Check These Out. We're D&D Beyond supported stream. We stream every Tuesday from 9 p.m. UK time, which is 1 p.m. Pacific and 4 p.m. Eastern, on twitch.tv/checktheseout. This is a fake moustache, and I need to remove it because it's really hurting, and it really, really hurts to remove.
Pulled off your actual mustache.
There's a lot of hair on it. Thank you for everyone that watched this. That was so much fun. Thank you to Bravin for DMing that, and yeah, I'm so glad that the Beige Gang was as good as I hoped it would be.
I hope I did it justice with your debut.
Awesome.
I can't wait to see Bravin's version of his Beige Gang member.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah,
gonna be
for
playing
real.
in a Beige Gang stream.
It'll be coming. Alright, and then, let me see if I remember this correctly. Mappy and Questy or something? Did I get that right? Mappy and Questy?
Mappy McMapface.
Mappy McMap. Oh, that was it.
Yep, Mappy McMapface.
Got
Maps and Quests on Twitter and on Patreon. I'll drop the links in there. I make maps. I make big maps. I like doing weird things with maps from a design standpoint. Don't take that the wrong way, Maka.
I've taken it the wrong way.
And pleasure playing with all of you. Absolute pleasure.
Same here.
Awesome. And then Emil.
Yeah, I'm Emil from WDM Podcast. We do all sorts of discussion with DMs, and as I know, everyone here is a DM, so I can already tell you, while I have already got my badge for Maka, I will work my way through every one of you.
Nice.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I will plug the links in the chat and
Yeah.
I was on your podcast last night, wasn't I?
yeah, it's gonna air tomorrow.
It was fun. I was there an hour early, thinking I was going to be late.
You almost did the same thing today.
Yes.
Man, so it's okay. Time zones are hard. And then Beluga.
Yeah, I'm Beluga from the Role Players Guild here on Twitch. We have an episode coming out tomorrow on Twitch at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. You can also catch me and one of my members right after this stream at 7 p.m. Eastern Time on Eos Raconto's channel, playing in one of his campaigns.
Nice. Alright, so again, thanks to all of you. This was an incredible experience, really. The Beige Gang, at first I was like, what is this? And I'm glad to see it come to fruition. It was such a cool idea, and...
Let me tell you how I accidentally became a member of the Beige Gang. Because I just opened up general chat and see like Nappy and Maka talking with Chaotic Stupid, saying how they wanted to create a non-edgy rogue group, and I'm just like, oh, that sounds really fun. I have a character in mind for that. And then, I was like, I would love to play with you guys. And they're like, oh yeah, you could definitely join. And then I start seeing all this stuff about Beige Gang. And so I scrolled up in the chat to see what I had actually missed. And I was like, what did I get myself into? Too late now.
You've been roped in.
Yeah, general chat goes that way. Once me, Mappy, Emil, and like a couple of others.
I was like, I don't want to back out now.
Start going off the rails.
I didn't know it was
It's
going to become
crazy.
an actual thing. So I was just like, once and a half, and I was just like, might as well. I can figure out something.
It was a while in the workings.
Yeah,
But,
It's been months in the
because of
work.
That's very
scheduling
true.
conflicts.
yeah. But it was great that we were able to get everyone together.
I almost didn't make it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome that you were able to.
Same.
We got everybody. Get the whole gang together.
Yes.
And this is the start. This is only the start as well.
It's only
This
the
is gonna be
start.
Yes.
Think
I
about it,
actually
we-
have something for you.
I think. Oh yeah. Go ahead.
The first mentioning of the Beige Gang was on the 11th of February, nearly
No.
2 months ago.
Oh wow.
So,
Wow, yeah.
Jeez.
That is funny.
And look at how far we've come.
Yeah, I think you'll definitely see Beige
How low
Gang
we've been.
in a lot of places after this, on a lot of different streams and
I think so, yeah.
other type of platforms.
We'll just raid everyone. We'll just turn up. We'll just
We're
get
gonna
into
be
their
on-
Zoom calls.
we're gonna
Hi. We're here.
We're gonna be on podcasts and chat talks and streams.
TED
We're
Talk.
just
TED
gonna-
Talk.
there's
We're just gonna be everywhere.
movies, TV shows,
Yeah.
video games,
Oh yeah.
Merchandise.
absolutely.
our own TTRPG.
I want to
Oh, don't
Stevie.
don't
Beige
forget-
Gang, the lunchbox.
And don't forget my
Beige
Turn
Gang
it
OnlyFans.
over
power.
and it's
Kids
chatless.
love this toy.
Yeah, exactly. You can sign up to my OnlyFans for $9.99 a month.
There you go.
Images of
It's
my
just pictures
chapless.
of you and your assless chaps.
exactly.
Trading card games.
Look, before this actually started, I was like, "Hey guys, I'm just wearing pajamas right now."
I so want to make some trading cards, some trading cards, Russ.
Yeah.
Yes.
That'd be so
Incredible. Well, thanks again, and to everyone out there who stopped by and watched, and to you guys and to everyone in chat. Holy cow, the support was insane. Thank you. I don't even know what to say. Like, I think I've had a hype train once before, and it was not like that. I've never finished a hype train. The
Yeah, you
support was
deserve it,
incredible.
man.
Thank you.
You're a brilliant DM, so
Yeah.
it couldn't have happened to
Yeah.
a nicer guy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
100% agreed.
Thank you guys so much.
Yeah, that was great.
Oh, man.
It was super fun.
It was amazing.
Awesome.
I continue to be
Next
Macca's hype man. Even in an all rogue party, I'm Macca's hype man.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I appreciate it a lot. Here's
Nerdy
the thing,
excursion-
actually. Sorry, go on.
Nerdy Excursions in chat says hashtag Beige Gang
to Electric Boogaloo.
Yes.
Yes.
I love that.
Disco
I love
themed
that.
Beige Gang.
The next one I was planning on doing for the charity one, I've made like a TTRPG that's based in an 80s zombie movie.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And I was thinking about doing that.
Yeah.
It's
Yes.
very like rules light and stuff, but I think we could have a lot of fun with it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
But yeah, I think
Absolutely.
the next thing that I think I'm certainly involved with is Maps and Quests is going to be on our stream on Tuesday.
Oh,
True story.
awesome.
Really?
Ooh.
I'm excited about this character. This character's gonna be a lot of fun to play too.
Yeah.
Hey, you looked at my character sheet already in D&D Beyond, I'm assuming? Or you're just winging it based
I
on what I
ha-
told you?
I haven't looked at it because I'm the worst DM ever, but I'm sure it'd be fine. And also, I know Josh has checked it, so
Yeah. Well, because he
DM.
and I have to intertwine our backstories a little bit for something we have planned.
nice.
That's awesome.
And it's not Lewis's fanfic.
No. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, well,
Just
thanks
like this.
again. That sounds awesome. I'll be looking forward to that. You said that's on Tuesday?
Yeah, Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Sweet, yeah. So everyone out there, if you somehow don't know all these incredible people, all of their links I think got posted in chat, so go show them some love and support. It's, I mean, a small way I can attempt to give back for coming in and playing with me tonight and spending your time, playing Dungeons and Dragons with me, as silly as that is. And again, thank you everyone who is out watching. I do one-shots like this one with different people every week. If you want to see more of those, I do them every Thursday on this channel. I also tend to stream Monday nights most of the time, 7 p.m. Eastern for both. So yeah, there's a schedule down below. So if you want to check out more of what I do, drop a follow if you haven't. And again, thank you for all the support. It was absolutely incredible. And with that, we'll wrap this up, and I'll see you next time.
Yes, I have another stream to get to.
Thank you.
Bye, everyone.
Bye!
Bye.